Pega como mierda.
¿Quién?
La flaca.
No, igual estaban trolando lo del otro equipo.
Serie de educación.
Invita, Zeto.
Congreso Nacional, segundo congreso.
Invítame, pe.
Y los consejos de participación.
Que lo que... ¿Quién falta?
Like, a vos me había dicho que iba a jugar, pero está jugando Ras, creo. Ojo. Osito Lima. ¿Se va a contar ese infierno o lo ponemos?
Sí, ponlo. ¿Qué va a contar?
¿Quién es Osito Lima oficial?
El
Yo, pe, mano.
de Ramplay.
Ah,
Yo, pues, más no. ¿Qué fue?
está re loco.
¿Quieres
No.
un saludito?
A la bien. Acolchonado. Taca, te iba a contestar, pero mejor no, mano. Mira, falta uno, acepten.
Viejo.
Sí, te pelo.
Quiero jugar, carro de... ¿Qué es esto? Fue...
Al cambiar la sensi he visto que mejoraba bastante el tema del control, weón.
Claro.
Me
o sea,
falta
si tocas-
0.1 punto. 0.1.
Sí varía.
Me faltaba 0.1 punto más para poder... No mejor free control.
Sí, o sea, poco a poco uno va bajando la sensi.
En realidad lo he aumentado, pero lo que baja es el DPI a 400.
Ya tienes que hacer la multiplicación, peloco. Voy a.
Ah, no compré utilitaria. ¿Me pueden habilitar una flash?
No.
Gracias.
Yo voy a
Toma,
repito.
peloco.
Compro de
Si me
Fuse.
miras así ya, pues.
Vienen acá.
¿Dónde
Ajá.
está?
Te ha tocado.
Retroceda, meto flash para CT.
Les pegué la granada.
Depa. Uy, qué malo, Dios mío. Ay, se salió Sandy. Tengo difícil.
No lo mates, no lo mates.
Faca.
Ya.
Puta, yo pensé que iba a morir con un fracaso nomás.
No, ¿cuánto le habrás bajado? Le bajé 110 en 2. Pero yo vi que le salía sangre, weón. ¿Qué fue?
Óyele.
La otra entra like hace rato.
Medio nadie,
Ten cuidado, Palacio, ya, pero parece que va a ser B.
Saquemos ratas. Muerto.
Palacio 2, creo.
Ah, no me robes la kill, el loco. En B.
Oye, le pegué que no le tengo nada.
Está blanco. Me ha cruzado para bench, ese backside.
Los otros todos ya están en side de B.
bueno.
Falta otro.
Ahí.
Vale.
Bueno.
Toquemos. Ring. Ring.
A ver, drop una molo. Me
Ring.
voy a rushear, ratas.
Mato pum. Oye, ¿es su foto de verdad o...?
Sí, yo soy Johnny.
Ay, pensé que estabas troleando.
Dale. Mis ojos claros colorados.
Throwing fire. Grenade out. Grenade
No
out.
me dio.
Flashbang out. Smoke.
Ahí ven.
Throwing smoke.
La
No me
segunda.
dio.
Flashbang.
Los hemos caído hasta el culo.
Mía, viejo.
Medio.
Grenade out. Grenade out. Incendiary.
Nadie me dio. Esa está.
Oye. ¿te quedas
Rampa,
tiro,
cuidado.
Incendiary out.
Sí, me acaba de tirar un tirón.
Throwing a
Ahí.
grenade.
Qué loco.
¿Balas?
Debería ser plaza.
Oye, pala.
Madre.
¿O qué fue?
No seas gil, no seas gil.
No seas gile.
No pienses imposibles, mano.
Bebé.
Mano, qué locazo en el mono, me piqué. Pues.
Moving.
Dale.
Throwing fire. Deploying flashbang.
No rampa.
De ratas.
Throwing fire.
Yo tengo ratas.
Tengo ratas.
Ahí palacio.
Corren.
Throwing smoke.
Ay, ve.
Throwing flashbang.
Blancos.
Coloseo. Le di ángulo, pues.
Que ya plantaron mano y esos calls. Bacana, ¿eh?
Ah, solo bien, ve.
Estás con azul.
No,
¿Qué?
no sé.
Yo estaba under, ¿qué hablas?
Grenade.
Ya vamos.
Menos 54.
L cerca. Está muerto, sí está muerto. Market y pegó a la izquierda, Ah, neta.
No lo vi el market, weón. Mira, si no me tosqueabas me mataba a los dos en él en una.
¿Yo te tosqué?
2, 7. Toma, noto. Yo también tengo spam para nada.
Me meto ratas.
Allez. Throwing fire. Laying down smoke. Incendiary out. Grenade out. Grenade out. Smoke. Throwing smoke. Flashbang.
Ay, uno.
Throwing a
De
grenade.
Zulu, weón. Uno palacio. Una.
Bien, bien.
¿Dónde paz?
Bomba
Va a
para
ser B
ver.
otra vez.
Todos
B, creo.
Que es bella,
Deploying flashbang. Throwing
No tiene flash.
Deploying flashbang. Throwing fire. Incendiary.
Ventana uno.
Vale.
Ahí guardan, más guardan.
Combi.
Van.
No veo el de Don.
Corre sur, weón, porque o sea, Z tiene poca vida. Ya salva, ya fue. En esa posición tú eres el que tiene que hacer la play, pues.
Sí, sí.
Roger that.
No, y encima llegando a marca me tiraron una hit que me dejó 50 de vida.
Pi, pi, pi.
Let's show them who we are. Incendiary out. Flashbang. Laying down smoke.
Ah, carajo. Rampa.
Throwing
Te va a
flashbang.
pasar la mano.
Palacio.
Basura. Pasó el lomo. A una sándwich.
Grenade. Laying down smoke.
Ratas.
Ratas.
¡A tu madre! ¡A madre! Me quemé. Sí.
Palacio.
Es de ratas.
Salió de jungla a la vez.
Sí.
¿Quieres hacer eco? Ah, bueno.
A correr. Oh, el-
Está bien, está bien.
Vale. ¿Y rampas? Estoy presionando va.
Smoke. Throwing flashbang. Grenade out.
Ajá, ya.
Ah, listo.
Ven, ven.
Menos 48 en uno.
Ven. No, pues no.
Estaba el smoke
El
ahí,
verde.
justo me vio la pata. Ahí
Sí,
está
pues,
Pampa
sí,
todavía.
GTV.
Confirma.
Pero está que holde la.
Ve. Ah, su saltando, mano. 38.
¿Te hizo lo de Cloud Knight?
No me vio ni cagando. Ahí está.
Grenade out.
Ay. Bueno, igual maté.
Oh, ¿por qué se compra eso?
Y ahora sí.
Come on, chop.
Ah, yo le tiro Z.
Throwing fire.
No, te tiene la masa arriba, muy adentro le estás tirando. Te voy a decir dónde.
¿No quiero más?
¿Meto fuego? No.
Parece.
Throwing fire.
Se metieron rampa. 3.
Ya está ahí.
No más.
Throwing fire.
¿Qué feo? Palacio tocado, wey. Ay, huevón, tu molo.
Throwing smoke. Grenade out.
Sniper muerto.
Palacio y Tel Sandwich.
Fue Palacio.
Flashbang.
¿Pero se dé la vuelta?
No. Pero holden la bomba.
¿Tiene la bomba él? No.
Sí, nosotros. En frente a Sandwich. Te pasó el humo.
Ya.
Ah, oye, arma. Ay, ok. Qué pendejo.
Confirmo, weón. Ah. Damos una ligera. Por favor.
Dale.
Mete under. Tengo pick.
What on?
¿Cómo quieres que le meta Z? Ah, dale.
Incendiary out.
Espérate, ahorita te digo.
Throwing flashbang.
Ah, Z. Pasó uno. Al toque, chicos, al toque.
No, mid.
Throwing smoke.
Está cerca.
Flashbang.
Vale.
¿Sea?
No. Top, ahí, no. Ten cuidado con la zona.
Throwing flashbang. Throwing
Pasó
flashbang.
unos ahí. No.
Ahí.
Oh, esta madre. Uno de pas y uno side.
Espérate que plante.
Se tiró. Oh, L1, último L creo. Cortó para L.
No,
No, market.
Está ahí. Es igual una molo, weón. Bueno.
Diffusing.
No se murió. Le di 98, le di. 98.
Move it. Throwing fire.
Ven del medio.
Deploying flashbang.
No vi nada.
Laying down smoke.
Smokean A.
¿Tienes que meter fuego? No.
Smoke.
No de
Grenade.
Gente de depa.
Throwing flashbang.
Uno para la
Palacio.
Live grenade.
cerca.
Tranqui. Acá avanzan.
me pusieron.
Ah, la mierda salió. Triples.
No, meto flash.
Flashbang.
Está solo, Cito.
Cerca.
Sí, acá.
Oh, a su madre. Tienes uno para ti, Habían varios en...
Con las 44 con
Buena.
I'm defusing the bomb.
Bueno, no me pueden pasar así. Avísame.
Bueno, estaba solo.
No me fijé eso.
Qué arriesgado. Nunca salgo así con dos balitas, ¿no? Pero el caballero no tenía tiempo. A veces sale con los hechos. A veces
Toma,
me acuerdo.
Z, dame la P.
Hicimos lo mismo,
Me
¿no?
quedo sitio, no tengo molo.
Roger that.
Yo la meto. Yo meto la María,
Incendiary. Throwing a grenade. Smoke. Flashbang. Incendiary. Throwing smoke.
Madre, tiene mal ese smoke de palacio, tiene bomba ahí.
Laying down smoke. Grenade out.
Ratas parece. Rata o B.
Grenade out.
Muerto palacio.
Cat. Cada rato.
Se regresan, se van.
Carajo, sándwich. Qué mal
Sándwich y
timing,
ratas,
weón.
con la boca.
Ratas, cuidado.
Ten cuidado conector, verde.
Conector.
Claro, porque ahí no...
Jungla. La escuadra de romper.
Uno atrás en larga.
What?
Laying down smoke.
NT.
Muy rápido, sacaste, claro. Te rompe pistolas, pe loco.
Ok, no.
Ring, compra pedo 50 y te doy la de puto.
Ya está. De atrás,
Remember, this isn't the killing
Ahí
house
de acá abajo.
anymore. This is real life. Smoke.
Ahí peo chino.
Throwing flashbang.
de abajo de
Flashbang.
por 6.
Ese arma todo.
Maquian City parece uno que roto rápido.
Throwing fire.
Rampa 1.
Olía palas.
Throwing smoke.
Moviendo rampa.
Throwing a grenade.
Uno de pa.
Le cayó la heal, le cayó. Entera.
En la cara, lo vi salir.
Uno de pa.
Bueno.
Murió conductor. Toma ring. Ahí dale el arma.
Viene de pa' ring.
No veo a nadie
dos.
rampa. Bueno.
Está ahí holdeando rampa.
Oye,
Pero
tocado los
no,
dos de B. Oye, te pegó detrás de la pared, weón. Es
Ese
B.
se movió.
Sí, es B. L, menos 38 L.
Flashbang.
¿Qué anda?
Flashbang.
Puerto y roja. Bueno.
NT.
No tenía arma, weón. Pero los dos estaban tocados de B.
Justo lo diría todos menos a ti. Tú tenías más experiencia. Saliste más rápido, eco. ¿Qué fue, mano?
Bueno, tenemos medio, pues ahí está.
Move. Affirmative.
Voy nuestro rápido.
Throwing smoke.
No vi nadie.
Throwing grenade.
Los smoke y flash una.
Terro, amarillo, sal de ahí. Ya. Acá tengo 2 medios, creo. ¡Tamari!
Ya.
Signal pegado.
Madre, escuché un tío. CT.
Ni para chapar arma, weón.
Sí, en top medio hay arma.
Ay.
Puta, la firma que un equipo más, ¿no?
Sí, ves.
Go.
Para la última.
¿Cómo ahí?
Ya, los dos en City también. Porque siempre hemos
Uno
que
medio.
tienes ahí el bombo.
Incendiary out.
Algunos ratas parece. Y uno.
Grenade.
Usted, a ver.
Grenade.
Sí, ¿ves? Sí,
Ahí
creo
no
que
me
es
atan.
¿Qué bachado, mano?
No veo.
Con
No
un
veo
bien
TT.
B.
Escúchame, mira hacia tu derecha, mira hacia tu derecha.
¿Estás?
Derecha,
No top mid.
derecha,
Está
hacia
a mi derecha, pero.
Palacio.
De B.
Palacio.
mierda!
Tengo bomba.
Fue.
Palacio.
No te
Oye,
mueras.
tengo bomba B, mano. La bomba está en el humo.
Murió.
Uno.
Hay uno liteado. Corriendo para allá.
Ya, último A, ¿no?
Laying down.
No. Ah, murió.
No, ya lo maté.
Estaba por top, linda. Puede estar
Throwing
de
flashbang.
pa.
Tengo atrás.
Molotov out.
Ah, mierda, agarró el... Menos 64. Está muerto, 16 de vida, Market.
Un segundo.
Smoke out. Counter-terrorists win.
Oye,
Ya no se
la
podrá
misma.
hacer.
Última, compren todo.
Z.
Go, go, go. Deploying decoy. Throwing flashbang.
Medio.
Throwing flashbang. Flashbang out.
Rampo, no.
Pues rata.
Throwing fire.
Palacio.
Throwing grenade.
Puta, se cayó estos pedazos.
Estás mirando, ¿qué estás mirando ahí?
No, rata,
El de Palacio,
mano.
pero-
Sí, claro,
Una
claro.
rata te salía. CT1.
Hola, que sí, güey.
No lo veo, weón.
No, yo le cagué, weón. Tuve que haber bajado el primero. Ah, la puta madre. Y el otro tarado sale con AP y me pega el Wellman, weón. Aseguremos con fake, pues, primero. Vamos
¿Dónde
4,
vamos
vamos B, vamos a hacer fake B4.
Queda en Palacio escondido. Ring
Wow.
Palacio.
Ah, pero la bomba te va así es.
Sí, sí,
Está bien,
está bien, está
queda
bien.
escondido en Palacio.
Flashbang. I'm throwing flashbang. Decoy. Flashbang. I'm throwing smoke. Grenade. Smoke.
Backside.
Market.
Entra.
Blending.
Bueno,
Ahí.
Ya está.
ropa.
¿Está uno más? Lul. Nunca lo vi.
Correa. No se queden en B, weón.
Ese me quemó.
Último que entra muerto. Dale.
O era broma, bro.
Puta, ya compré.
Me quedé también. Ya cagaste, weón.
So that may be free.
Era broma,
Ah, confío.
Throwing fire.
Ahí está, tienes bomba. Pusha
Está solo,
rampa.
mano.
Flashbang. Throwing fire.
Nadie ha venido a ver, weón. Nadie ha venido a
Todos
ver.
en
Madre,
rampa, todos
sí,
en
todos rampa, pusharon.
Oye, la bomba se quedó, huevón.
Saeta la tenía, está despegado. ¿Cómo?
Pero, ¿por qué te quitas? No les des el espacio, que no le ganen el palacio. No,
Flashbang.
no tenía arma.
Ya, 4 versus 2.
Oh,
Grenade.
Ahí está.
Ya toma si te
Ah, sí.
¿Qué tienes? 2.7.
no, toma entonces. Toma.
¿Ah?
Toda esta huevada.
No, ahorita lo vemos.
Si se haga lindo, no.
Move it. Smoke.
¿Paso B o aguantamos igual?
Smoke.
Sí, puedes pasar, weón.
I'm throwing flashbang. Grenade out. Smoke.
Hay dos acá ahora.
Throwing flashbang. I'm throwing grenade.
¿Qué otra hay?
Throwing fire. Molotov out.
Puerta.
Oye,
Bueno, tenemos B.
I am planting the bomb.
Uno en market.
Bomb has been planted.
María está flanqueando, Uno marca. Dos. Tres marcas.
Hasta que estoy el cargador, mi causa.
Chévere.
Ah, sí.
¡Oh, no!
¿Qué?
Puta madre, causa.
No,
Ay, qué mierda, madre.
Así tapa las risas. Así tapa las risas, mano.
ventana izquierda.
Espérate, tiro fue en medio.
I'm throwing a flashbang.
Conecto el uno.
Molotov.
Ventana izquierda.
Oh, corrió B, rusió. Pero le pegué.
Los dos pusharon.
Pero 52 ya, puro...
I'm throwing smoke.
Ya. Chicos, entren con nosotros. Conector y el otro está en Tetris. Tetris.
Ya te di cuidado con el...
Síguele.
Smoke.
Cuidado, top mid.
Flashbang.
Vayan,
Cuidado.
prueban.
Ve.
Grenade.
Dale conector, ven.
No. La que dropé la lucita no tiene nada.
Bueno, voy a vender caramelo.
Ah, Mickey Mouse. ¿Me pueden smokear rápido?
Chévere, toma.
O te smokeo. ¿Vas? Rin, ¿qué es medio?
To mercenaries.
Sí. En medio.
Déjame place.
Decoys out. Burn. Decoy is out. I'm throwing a flashbang.
Cuidado que flash cae.
Me marcaron palacio, hay no cerca rampa, creo.
Ven con
Venga, solamente vente. Lo terminamos a. Hay uno acá abajo de palacio. Te acaba de tirar la pop flash.
Aguanta. Cerca.
Escalera tocadísima.
Throwing fire.
Muerto.
Ay, no, se fue para...
Muerto.
Smoke.
No, por acá.
Jungla, déjame escuchar.
Throwing a flashbang.
Apuntando, AP. Los dos.
Oh, ¿le di one tap? Ay, tengo poca vida.
Escuché la AP nomás, weón. ¿AP o Scout era?
¿Firme? No sé. A la firme que podemos rushear, weón.
Vamos a ver rápido.
Come on, let's go. Flashbang out.
Smoke.
Deploying smoke shield.
Abajo de side. Levantando, digo. Corre.
Ah, está ahí.
Hay dos, L y side.
Es que no hicimos nada de Wii en
No, quiero rush. La cosa es que la smoke llega muy tarde.
Los flashes están
Yo
tirados.
estaba atrasado.
Los flashes no se tiran por arriba si son...
Yo
Arriba
tiré
es el
decoy.
intro cuando ya vas a entrar. Después es al revés, cuando estés
You
saltando.
spruced up knuckleheads ready to do this or what? I'm throwing smoke.
Pero... Está muerto. No, 26 nomás le bajé.
Throwing a Molotov.
Ay, me mató.
Connector one way. AP.
No.
¿Dónde estás?
Yo
Palacio.
estoy en Palacio.
No.
¿No tienes arma?
Sí, sí, tengo arma.
Ya, ¿tienes uno en triple? No, pues weón, te puedes morir con la bomba.
No me voy a morir, no, voy a
Ya,
habilitarte. ¿Qué quieres entrar?
Tiene unos
ya.
triples.
Tengo...
Voy a flashear al de
Desbloqueame.
triples, ¿ya? Voy a flashear al de triples y lo asomas.
Gel de jungla de alguna
Yo
manera.
jalo. Bueno,
Abajo del palacio. Qué rico aguantar con mi de jungla, weón.
para caminar más rápido. No sé.
Hay que jugar juntos, se están muriendo
Yes.
separados.
Triple, ¿no?
Fácil te está a tu derecha.
Puta madre.
Muérete mejor, weón.
Counter-terrorists win.
Bueno. A ver, voy a jugar
Let's
agresivo
go.
en nada.
¿Vas a entrar?
Decoy.
No, cerca creo.
Avisa para flasharte.
Uno rusheó, mano. Ah, su madre, menos 54. Rusheó de pa. ¿no?
I'm throwing a flashbang.
Ahí si quieres flash, ¿verdad?
Sí, ahorita, espérate que
Abre la
se a ver, tira tu
I'm
flash.
throwing a
Ya.
flashbang. Molotov. Flashbang.
Avanza rápido, weón.
Muerto, 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 muerto.
Cabeciña, cuidado, cabeciña, cuidado.
¿Me habrá visto?
La
Espera.
pega ahí.
Me
Jungla uno,
metiste
creo.
escalera, buena. ¿Qué le pesa?
Bueno, no se murió, le bajé 85 y no se murió esa cagada. Me parece que solté el Kignato una
Ay, no sé qué tiene mi... Se congela, weón.
Let's go, my brothers.
Se me frisea el juego. Se me para y de ahí avanza.
Throwing a flashbang. Flashbang out.
Y ahí uno
La
es de y
sniper en
uno
la
B.
derecha.
Cerca rampa, rushó, creo.
Espérate.
I'm throwing a
Quiero un
flashbang.
palacio.
¿Qué quieres hacer?
Hay sniper en algún lado, ventana creo que estaba.
Grenade.
Sí, ventana. Estoy apuntando justo al sniper de ventana.
I'm throwing a grenade.
10 de vida.
Throwing flashbang.
Hasta que le di cabeza a través de la pared. No. Voy a apoyarte, ¿verdad?
Oye, medio rarito, huevón, ¿no?
Grenade. Flashbang.
Muerto una.
Pues,
La más fue mía.
El otro está cerca de caverna.
Molotov.
Muerto L.
Ya, ahí no me he tocado. Pueden rushear a él si quieren.
Flashbang. Throwing fire.
Ya está.
Estaba adelantado el tapete. Y el otro jungla.
Jungla es sniper.
No lo veo. Se abrió. Pero déjame.
Tocado. Ahí está.
Buena.
En ventana.
Acá, chicos. Se han separado.
Ya está. Agarra la P. Oh, Diosito, sin miedo. Si yo disparó, ya no tiene otra bala rápida. Tráeme rápido.
Sorry, no te vi, no te vi. Toma AP.
Que la juegue, que la juegue. Toma, toma. No, le dije la Ringan.
Look, it's simple. All we gotta do is go in there, plant the
Esa
bomb,
pesa,
get the
perdón,
cash and get out.
la
Not
bomba.
so bloody hard. Flashbang
La
out.
bomba también.
Throwing fire.
Sigue por una ventana.
Burn.
No, mano, qué malo, huevón.
Eco,
Están en eco. Me mató en base.
Coge la bomba y vete azul.
murió Sai.
Ya, pasé TT1. Rushó rampa.
Jungla debe haber uno.
Murió uno jungla, creo. Ring mató. Ticket,
Sí.
cuidado. Cuidado, ticket.
Hay que...
Vale. Último L, pues, ¿no? Último B. Planta abierta.
No sé, pues.
Planting the bomb.
En ventana está ahorita con el MP9. Bueno. Bien, Ring.
Bien rápido matado.
Era nomás.
Nos queda todo
Las
mid.
huevas.
Nos queda todo mid. Hay que hacer control medio.
Sí.
Here we go. Smoke. Throwing a flashbang. Throwing fire. Burn. Throwing flashbang.
Las demás. Ah, no, el de ellos.
Oye, rushó rata, bon.
Bueno, sí.
Bueno,
Tranquilo, retrocede. Nunca granada, retrocede.
¿Dónde? ¿Ventana?
Flashbang.
Dele, me mató.
Smoking.
Ventana a la izquierda, uno.
¡Lul! ¡Lul!
Tenías el golpe, man.
Ya,
Tenías
es
que
1A,
intentarlo.
1B, ¿no?
1 a 1 B puede ser.
Para uno conector. Piqueo.
Vamos a ver, loco.
Espere, arreglemos
¿Azul?
con Carlitos.
Claro, pues.
Vamos a ver.
Sí, ve.
Espérame, Sans. Tendrán solo.
No, deja la C4 nomás, Sans, y tírate
Entonces,
solo.
sí, eso tendrán solo. Tienes utilitarias, weón.
Ya.
Ya está, te cubro. Ah, yo tengo la bomba. Ah, plantale. Tú mira arriba, yo tengo salida de market.
Ya.
Cuidado, ventana de market.
Pipal, yo estoy acá en De Paz.
Bueno.
¿Ahí acá?
No, era M4. Sí, era M4.
Para mí, acá.
Toma.
69xxx.site private dating shot girls. What? ¿Qué fue? Publicando huevadas en stream.
I'm throwing a flashbang. Throwing fire.
Buena. Abajo el palacio.
Uno más triple A o ticket.
Throwing fire.
Vale.
Abajo Palacio murió.
Throwing a grenade.
Murió bajo el palacio.
I'm throwing fire in the hole.
Muere
Flashbang.
jungla.
Osito, tienes que 3 ratas de una vez.
Throwing a flashbang.
Ya voy.
Flashbang. Throwing a Molotov.
Ay, uno L.
¿Y a L7?
Yo lo vi esta ya.
Conecto. Se sube ventana.
No se muestra.
Yo subió allá.
Debe estar
Se
ventana.
cayó.
Él quiere subir. Estás queriendo subir, weón.
Bien, buen cambio ahí de ritmo. Sin querer salió un buen cambio de ritmo. Tranquilos, estaban por mitad del side A tirando sus granadas a
Look, as long as we leave here with the cash, I don't bloody
No
care
tienen
what happens,
plata, ¿eh?
okay?
Están inicios.
Quedó la por rosado.
Zeta, con esa luz.
I'm throwing a flashbang.
Medio ventana.
Murió.
Throwing a flashbang.
Murió.
Throwing smoke. Grenade.
Bajo
Flashbang
el
out.
palacio.
Throwing fire.
Abajo del palacio está.
Throwing
Ah.
fire.
Está.
Corto inside.
Blending.
Jungla, está mal.
Laying down some fire. Throwing smoke. Grenade.
Ticket ahora.
Buena.
Bien, me he jugado.
Each day we grow stronger.
Wow.
¿Qué está?
Ay.
Por un rato pensé que me estaban chiteando.
Sí, por 2, weón. Me iba a tiltear, pero dije, no, son weas. Y tú bien.
They will
No,
not
¿qué
stop the
fue?
boat now.
Ni cagando.
No va uno, pe. ¿Qué fue?
¿No más? Ya fue.
Oh, no, ese ataque le. Ah, no.
No, fanática que le rompe la. Está que re.
Y 2, 3 son.
No, no seas salado. No seas salado. A ver, ¿de quién es su pick? Esta debe ser de Fnatic. Pick de Fnatic, hecho.
A ver.
Ya le dio la jeta. Ya le hizo la jeta, obvio.
Ya, para mí que gana 9Z. pero ¿quién me va a ganar?
Abusivo, amigos.
Voy a invitar a like y que meten una con
Oye, me está invitando el Stone, weón. Y el Joe, eran pari.
Una cagada.
Ah, la Night City va a perder en su pick, weón.
¿Es su pick?
Sí, es su pick de Night City Mirage. Va a perder. Y de ahí ha picado Nuke de Fnatic Best.
Uy, la gano 9Z, la gano 9Z.
No.
Ya está, ya la gano 9Z, man.
Son 2 contra 1, weón. Ni cagan. 10 de
Ah,
vida.
ni cagando. No, pues por eso, Cringe está a 20 de vida. Está bien.
Fnatic gana esta. Obvio, pues. Está difusando Fnatic CT.
Ah, 9Z, ZT, weón.
Gracias. ¿Tú me invitaste?
9, ¿qué hablas? 9Z es Fnatic. No, perdón, 9. Estoy hablando piedras. 9Z es Terro.
Por eso, pues.
Ya, pues esta y Fnatic es CT.
No.
¿Qué mierda estás diciendo, weón? 9Z es CT.
Debe ser TCT, man.
¿Y yo qué mierda estoy viendo entonces?
Mi pinga aparece, mano. Ah, esto que lo veo acá.
Inviten a like para que entre.
Ah, ya, a ver.
No lo veo conectado.
Entonces, van a ser 5.
No, Saeta se va. Oh, no, Saeta.
No me voy, pero voy a jugar pues, porque hace rato me estaba pidiendo y yo le estaba pasando.
Pelado.
Vamos así.
No, Oye, no me estén troleando. Fnatic está de CT, weón.
No, mierda, acá lo estoy viendo en el counter.
Yo también estoy viendo en el counter.
Ah, su madre.
Qué teco.
Toma el screenshot para ver qué estamos viendo.
Mano, ahí yo veo Max, Buda, NQZ, David y DGT en CT. Son los de 9Z.
Toma el screenshot y ponlo en el Discord. Claro, es-
Parece mejor.
Ponte like. Le acabamos. Oye, pero Nonchi está jugando Ras. Oye, pero Nonchi, está jugando Ras.
entra nomás.
One's walking away with some scars, but at least 9Z's heart's still beating.
Le está jugando Ras.
That's an off that they wouldn't have had. So this could mean a lot.
So sick.
Yeah.
Cerebral from Nikadas.
Almost every bullet hits here.
Check the health.
Let's see if he
Buddha doesn't even move, doesn't even
gave him his back.
doesn't even react.
Ah, no, sí, Fnatic es Terro.
He wants
Ah,
it.
mira.
Okay, you said it.
Sorry.
It's been a while since Crims has gotten a knife at
Y yo de terco, ¿no? Ta madre. Oh, qué falta, weón.
FNATIC was like every day. And he was only
Ya
like,
No, Pino, no sabo.
And it's a hell of a high.
Mans. ¿No es Z? Dice- Ah, sí, tampoco argentino.
and it's not even 1/3 done. Will be after this game finishes, however.
Mira,
Yes.
si no gana
Final
9Z
spot in the Legends stage.
mínimo, espero que terminen
Secured by
10,
FNATIC
12
or
por ahí.
9Z. Here we go, back to middle.
Back to middle for the op in this position.
Ese es Smoke Jungla Deep. El que va a lanzar ahorita.
Did they want to walk out into this? They heard the op shot inside a window. Deagle and spawn. And I think the Deagle jump spotting did get some
Puta,
information.
no,
But volley pressure and that flash.
Bien, huevón, collateral.
And
Ya, ya,
QZ
3
with
versus
the
2.
collateral. And David
Bien,
catches
carajo,
the
3
basher. Oh, Buddha off of the catwalk.
Los dos están muertos. Ah, uno está muerto, el otro.
How about a clutch?
Los dos
I
son
bet it
muertos.
feels
Dos muertos, uno vivo.
David slides
Ya
in,
tienen ahí
easy
para dónde
pickup,
está ya.
very little left of him.
Ahora es esperarlo
Bomb can
nomás.
be grabbed and Crims could depart. Could, but won't. At first he wants to face. And those CTs are going to keep this shoulder to shoulder, putting themselves in a
Bien, bien, lo van a
spot to be
pillar entre los
sprayed.
dos. Bien,
Crims
ya está, ahí
goes
sí,
over
please.
and marks.
El que-
He is that close. It's a quick, efficient
Ya, ya.
trade and an 8.
¿Qué fue?
Hablando así nomás.
¿De 4?
¿De 4?
No sé.
Porque Lonchi se ha dado daño y Like no está. Está jugando raro.
A ver, voy a ver si puedo invitar a alguien.
Lo voy a invitar a alguien. A ver qué me
And
dice.
they'll take any kind of round. They don't care if it's just a clutch.
Vamos, Fnatic. Me arreglas la tabla si subes, loco.
Va a ganar 9Z, loco, ya te dije.
Oh, cállate, tío.
That is interesting. The whole op there, not deciding to double op.
No, pero de verdad me arreglas la tabla, weón.
Yeah, this is Buddha in a position where he definitely could have used an op, an MP9 on the B apartments.
Buddha fills an interesting role for this roster. Replaced Rocks, who
¿Aló? ¿Por qué 9Z no tenía
cycle
cas?
was a clear underperformer for this 9Z team. So it's not as though Buddha has to put up big ones, but
¿Por qué se te?
17 at the moment.
No, pero habían matado
You think maybe he has to
3
slot
perros
in.
con AK.
Drew attention for this underpass play, and Messi's found a huge timing.
Yeah, getting David killed is a big one. Messi finds that timing onto Max. The cat player could be crucial. DGT's fixing
Ay, ay, no, weón. Ya, ya, ya.
Bien.
slides out.
Vamos, Messi.
Two from Fnatic as they
Ya sacó la infa de Buda, se muere.
Ya está, ya.
directions. Buddha's MP9 will prevail.
Ya, Buda, quedas tú nomás y el otro.
Sight for Fnatic to easily press in.
Y NQZ.
For the two remaining
Brazuca, mano.
feels like 9Z need to
Se van a ir por el
allow
Excel, pero el
fortunes to
AP se
slide
tiene que ir
forward.
hacia el
Again, we're
loro,
talking
man.
such little margin of error because
Buda tiene que cambiar de arma.
that a round like this could be soul crushing.
Ya está, ya.
That's a tough
Lo
one too,
salvaron.
because it was the right setup
Lo malo es que
until
NQZ
moved.
está medio
All they did
atrapado
was
ahí.
bite on a bait and allow
No se muere.
to have free
No le van a
reign
buscar
of
CT.
the underpass.
Van a quitear DT, ¿ves? Y el que está en ratas. Se muere el de ratas de Fnatic. ¡No! Le quitó a Buda el AK, Lu.
Body could have been showing, didn't have any idea that he could be up there on Cat as well.
Ya NQZ salvó, pues.
Players dedicated watching mid.
Oye, pero ese weón es super on fire con la P, weón. Super, super.
Sí.
Made it look like he ran there. They're also doing a good job of identifying that David, he's had a habit of being, you know, on balk, under balk, whatever the case may be, and they've been playing in Palace consistently.
Pero ¿qué más quiere Brasil si Furia ya está dentro? No entiendo.
Pero 9Z es argentino.
El sudamericano, ¿eh?
Claro, tienen un brasileño.
NQZ gonna have to take up the reins of round 23. Needs to be the leader. And he's just gonna get completely
Ese Smoke está muy atrás. ¿Por qué pushea así NQZ?
sure. No
Quiero el
support
strap, falló los
Now
mods.
suddenly DGT is kind of like the best. The up next.
Messi lo vio. Encara Messi, encara Messi.
May not have even known that he had an op on this round and decided to scrim mid. And NQZ maybe hoping they thought he had an op so that he could take an aggressive position like that and have a few seconds to buy. But really,
4 CT rounds at the start of this one straight. We've had 4 back and forth rounds as well. But this is the buy that N9Z have just tried to avoid. There's nowhere to run and hide now. Fomus, MP9, double deagle. There's a smoke grenade over.
Bien, bien, carajo, bien, bien,
Nobody
bien.
inside that B site. If they could win fights in middle first, then maybe a retake opens up. There's one kid, of course, on Buddha as well, so his death could be important.
No,
Where's it
ya.
already dropped? David, he catches a deagle kill.
Uy, no.
He's gonna find himself a double.
Puta madre.
Just blindsided and pinched upon.
Tantos.
Vamos, Fnatic. Vamos, Fnatic.
Choice of 9Z.
Está mi casa está sufriendo por NZ. Yo, vamos, Fnatic. Agio, agio, agio.
Tu madre.
Recently, this one, they get all the attention drawn to mid. So much gained from just that bench peek alone, and then they knew
Encara Messi, cara Messi, cara Messi.
they even smoked their own molly so they can get out faster.
Vamos, match point.
Scale onto the site. If there were better guns, there were a couple of small moments there where things could have gone haywire.
Por ejemplo, ese boost rápido tendríamos que hacerlo, weón.
That anymore.
3, no, 4.
¿Qué bus? No vi.
El de rampa
Near
con AP.
utility and a patient Mezzi.
Ah, ya, puta, sí.
para ver con la perra el cruce y descontamos uno en ¿qué? 10 segundos de inicio.
Míralo, míralo, míralo. Bien, Messi, bien.
DGT,
Bien, bien, carajo.
DGT.
Ya está.
Ah,
Critical kill. Now these are upgrades. At least one free one.
Ya saben que había una por TV Room. En la coseta se va a hacer el match ahí, mira.
los agarra de espalda uno, el otro le va a hacer trade kill, te apuesto. Le va a hacer trade
Ya está,
kill.
ya. No, no le va a hacer trade, todavía no.
And so it's a 2v4.
Ay, bien, carajo.
And the Danish op.
Ya está.
Mezzi drops utility. 5-7. Wounded now. 28
2 para 5, 2 para 4, perdón.
But they don't know about where the bomb is at. They could only
Ya
guess
ganó
at
esta ronda ya.
apartments.
Somehow feels like they have a chance. I mean, they got
Market, ¿ya hay market? No hay nadie market. Tiene la entrada libre uno solo vez, puede ser que le hagan la vuelta y tú sabes
Mira,
que
mira, 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 ¿ya ves?
ya entró.
Excellent. Goes unchecked.
Claro, pues loco, el otro está 10 de vida.
Goes down.
No, man.
Sí, sí.
It's a double
NT.
with the much
Definitivamente DGT hizo la kill de Palacio más importante de esa ronda.
frag there, and then the push on a ramp didn't work out
Sí.
until the re-aggro.
Se hizo la de rampa y la de
The MP9
Palacio.
dropped another AK. Then the upgrades started pouring in, and they did a good job of maintaining info, but not actually. They got spotted by Mezzi inside a connector, and QZ gets this kill. And so again,
No cuciño ese NQZ es no cuciño.
losing, but you can't say it's because they're playing scared.
each of them putting up numbers, but with Fasher in this current form, Nikodas and Mezzi not far behind him, it does just feel
La
like
15-9, ¿no?
India. India. ¡Qué cagones!
On this map.
Oye, ¿quién es An en el grupo?
Sí.
smoked.
Yeah, he's good for some time, but the thing is, his position in mid right now, it's not really.
Creo que es Capi, no sé.
From the round, they're
Oye,
still
Saeta, juega tú,
very
weón.
vanilla when
Saeta, ¿estás?
Está en el baño.
settles
Ya le
Bien,
hice que
nice.
juegue, pero tengo que ir a recoger a mi hermano.
to be able to get
Ya.
back in time,
Ah,
and he's starting to get away from his post a little bit. We don't know if
Ya,
he
mira,
actually
este
ever been-
setup
it seems like
está
the idea
buenísimo.
of Fnatic is simply wait and then exec, but
DGT
the
se
other
mata a
option
dos.
actually starts coming out. So maybe
No creo.
early on it's gonna pay off, but
Dale,
once
sí.
he leaves his post,
Gives it up.
La bufaste.
it looks like they put a little pressure on B.
No, no, mira, igual solo... No, 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 ¿qué haces corriendo así? Qué enfermo.
Two potential
They're
moments.
still selling
Es que están jalando mira en B.
they're allowing this walk up to take place.
Y
He goes down.
Claro,
This
¿ves?
call is insane.
Meanwhile,
Bueno,
you have
pues,
Esas smug y esas flashes timeadas.
his teammate screen and he can't react
Bien, Max, bien.
with what could be the recovery.
Uy, mira, están ladito. Están, weón, en B.
Roy gonna find two more kills. They're low health though.
Oh, qué buena baja
Para
DGT.
dos. 30 segundos si no tienen la bomba.
Hold on to the site, but the bomb has has to get recon.
Fácil lo matan a Fasher.
Fasher has a new job. He's got to delay long enough. He's alive. They can get across. These smokes are here. They've got a molly inside of the pallet, inside of the
Mira,
jungle,
mira, mira,
and
ahorita lo van a
big
meter ese hit.
rotation. Late con smoke comes up.
Uy, no.
Actually, it's in the jungle. Fasher has to fight, but he knows now where both players were.
Está tocado a la
Uy, uy, uy,
FNATIC.
lo matan por el timing. Claro, papá, ya está, ganaron. Ya está. Fasher era para que se quede escalera, güey.
Man.
Tenía toda la info.
Yeah,
Se
they're
abrió
comfortable
demasiado.
with the kind of very fast and atypical aggressive plays coming out of FNATIC. The call looks
Madre,
so good.
weón.
The way they spread the map, the way they pulled.
Yo te dije, este match va a estar pegado. Por eso te dije, 10-12.
The offer died on triple with no answer.
10-12?
Sería muy
He's like scratching his head.
fácil.
There's so much
16-12.
Try to listen to the calls, but also try
Sí,
to-
fácil que sí, güey, porque ahorita los acaba de mandar a Echo a
Looking down at
FNATIC.
mid, or going back to help his friend. He picks the wrong option and then they still end up winning.
FNATIC on pistols.
Uy, uy, uy.
¿Ves? Los mandó a
Fruits of
Echo.
their labor, 9Z. This should go down smooth. Utility's already starting to rain over, and Fasher's gonna go over top of the staircase.
Oh, boy.
Now he's in a dangerous spot.
Ay,
David almost gets away from him, but he'll catch
ay,
Messi.
pero
The
Messi
bomb
no,
goes down.
Messi.
Gun's empty. Roy's gonna activate. In with the deagle. The M4 gets
está.
picked up, but it's empty, and the pistol gets shut down. Nicely done here from 9Z. It's a
Bien,
little
bien, ya está.
chaotic moment here.
Buenísimo.
Pressure applied, but all good for 9Z. The South Americans within 4 of overtime.
Yes.
Qué
I interviewed that man.
No, no va a haber overtime, compadre. Todavía te faltan 4 rondas.
He said he was super nervous about this game and he knows
Esta la
that
gana.
respects
Y
FNATIC.
puta.
Would expect nothing less
Tengo
for
fe.
that kind of courtesy from a 9Z fan.
Gana 9Z
But he'd still
Gana
be
9Z
sure that 9Z could do it.
y los mandan a doble Echo a FNATIC, weón.
And he knows they fight until the very
Mira cómo juega, ve mi causa.
team on everyone's radar, but some of us
5 milímetros de la pantalla.
They limped into this stage. You know, they look
Ah,
like a
la
shell of
no.
themselves as they started the event, and now just a shell is all they have in round 27. Crimson Fasher out the gate. And at the bottom of middle, Max will hold on. He's not alone.
Oh, this is tough. All the resources right now. They've got 2 and
Bien,
no
carajo,
control
bien,
of
3
ball.
por 3.
Puta madre.
Sitting here.
Pegan rete,
Interesting.
concha su
Look
madre,
off,
tienen que
tons
correr
of
a...
utility, but they are all on the other side of the map as an A plant
Puta,
comes
esta la
through.
veo
There can be no
difícil,
time
weón. Acá se
wasted. They
quedó.
need to sprint the distance into this retake and then hope that
Vamos, FNATIC, vamos.
can work his way out.
20 segundos ya, 20 segundos ya.
It's Buddha on his own on one end, deep CT position. And the hopes of the 9Z fans on this retake, but by the time they arrive, the bomb is
ya ves.
beyond the halfway point. This is so
15 segundos. 10.
instantaneous kills. Knives out from Messi. Inside the smoke, he's lost.
Puta,
And there's not
GG,
going to be a defuse here. No how, no way, no
Bien, concha tu
Now
madre.
serve up defeat within Mirage. It's 16 to 11. And off of the back of that 12-3 half,
Ahorita se
you've
ganan
got to
todo.
say, 9Z tried their damnedest.
Perdieron en su pick y van a perder en el pick de FNATIC en Nuke.
¿Cuál es el otro pick?
Nuke.
Pucha. Los argentinos son buenos en Nuke, weón.
Nuke y el tercer mapa es Overpass.
También en la verdad. Son Deus. Argentina tiene mucha historia en Overpass. Mucha historia.
A ver, según esto, FNATIC tiene 75% de ganadas en 8 mapas. Eso quiere decir que ha perdido 2 mapas y ha ganado 6 en Nuke. Pero a comparación 9Z ha jugado 12 mapas y tiene 67% de ganadas.
Dale.
We're rocking and rolling with A Identity. This is a whole lot of fun. So we were just talking, you haven't heard of this AI.
Mira la diferencia.
La gente.
Super interesting, like
Saeta que venga y jugamos y no me acuerdo si Ring ha sido el que va a recoger a su nene.
generate an image really almost exactly to the specifications.
Ha sido-
Your imagination is the limit here.
Osito Linkman.
Ah, Diosito.
Él fue el que dijo, ¿no?
Drum play, creo, sí.
Sí, sácame nomás.
No, pues tú eres el que hostea.
¿Cómo?
Entonces le invito al Lonchi. Voy a salir al baño.
Ya, en 10 tengo un pata.
Oh, ese Richie.
Si no entra lejos.
O Alejo, no sé. Láser también está.
Pues,
Pero bueno, da igual.
Framing, so like framing lighting. So like I'm trying to think how.
I have like a shadowy or like darky, like in my mind. Yeah.
Mysterious shadow.
Like shade.
Me voy a gastar mis 14.000 únicos puntos por Fnatic, weón.
In a factory. What?
¿Qué
Where is
14.000
this army
puntos
of
de qué?
robots?
Te entregan puntos en Twitch
Mountains everywhere. It looks, yeah, that's good.
Okay, so like the mountains of Rio de Janeiro.
por ver el stream.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
Ah, ya.
There you go.
Yo tengo 14.036 puntos.
Yeah, that's good.
Hubiera predecido que Fnatic gana este mapa de Nuke. Arriesgo todo, compadre, arriesgo todo.
Yeah. The second
Ya
one's really
arriba,
good.
pero loco, está bien.
Yeah, those robots looks as well like they look.
Entender que no te vaya a doler después.
They look evil.
Uy, qué rico.
Wow, you guys are modern artists.
Yeah, we made that. We made that.
That's yours.
I mean, yeah. That's old baby. Yeah. I'll try and pose it to my mom and say that I made it. And
Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
I'm a digital
And she'll be like,
artist
oh my
now.
god, my son is such a good artist. I'm gonna show all her friends.
Ese hubo 8 kills, debe ser una caca jugando.
Purple. On it. Diffuser down. On it. Diffuser down. Diffuser down. On it. On it down. On it down. Nice. On it.
Nice, Will. Nice. All right, so as it turns out, FNATIC want to close the game out, not fumble too many T rounds, and ultimately that is the first map going in their way. I welcome you back to the Intel Extreme Masters. It's a big one, ladies and gents. We are in Rio. We are at the Major. We are in Swiss round of 5, and what is the last day of the Challenger stage. 16-11, the score reads itself. FNATIC over 9Z in the first map of the series. Peacemaker in the middle, YNK on the end, and FNATIC with a dub.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I don't think the result expresses, in my opinion, like how comfortable it was for FNATIC throughout the game. You know, I think FNATIC had a pretty good game plan at the beginning of the match, at least, in order to, like, you know, set the pace of the game. They had a couple aggressive setups, like, or reactions in general, in order to, you know, set the pace in the momentum of the game. And I think they were very successful with the double upping and everything. And I think that, you know, that caught 9Z off guard. We can see, like, Nico does in one of those rounds, like playing bottom connector with the AWP. Now Messi as well. Like, in general, like, I think 9Z had a success taking mid control, but they're just getting picked apart after, you know, in the second step of the, after they take mid control, like, you see, like, they're unable to do anything proper with it. And that was pretty much the story of the game, you know, they're just getting picked apart, and then at the end of the half, they're just starting to play a bit more slow, but that wasn't enough.
Yeah, I think it's cool also to have them both playing connector, right? Like this is the thing, a sort of a bait. You usually think when there's a double op, one's going to be on the B side, one is going to be on the A side. We used to do this with the opper playing cat on Dust, and then there's another opper long because people would just try to swing and get the trades there. I think also for 9Z initially, they had, you know, their game plan was clearly some fast hits early on, but in that situation, it's just important that the anchor on the CT side has solid play, and Melzi did a great job. You look at the first gun round, right? He sees it coming, throws the defensive smoke, and that just really is hard to play around it for 9Z. You know, they had a couple of moves throwing A-rush smoke, DGT to sort of draw attention, but he just dies instantly to Nikodos, and then, you know, the round it becomes much more difficult because you spend a lot of utility trying to sell this fake and get some map control, but you get shut down so quickly, then they don't have utility to end the round. So I remember, I think I sat down, I don't know, I was checking Twitter, I look up, it's 5-0
It really
already
was.
for FNATIC. Like, it was just, the rounds happened very quickly. I think they didn't even, you know, the players themselves realized, wow, it's already...
Oh, it's live. Oh, God.
It's already 5-0. And the first round they won was a half by B-pop.
Yeah, you know, we got to look at it from the 9Z side a little bit, but ultimately for FNATIC, you think about what was shown there from Fasher on his CT side. I mean, this guy had a contribution there that is undeniable, Peacemaker.
Yeah, for sure. I think, you know, he is being put in a spot where he should have those impact kills, right? And I think we also saw some really good entries from him on the T side. You know, I think overall, definitely like play like a star player. You know, he's been put in this position to shine, and he's doing an excellent job.
Yeah, you know, for Fasher, 29-15 over the course of what was Mirage, you now just, you know, eventually start to look towards that second map. For FNATIC to find that comfortable rhythm here within the first one doesn't bode well for 9Z.
Yeah, I mean, I think that coming to Nuke, right, I think it's important for them that they are able to win the first map. But, you know, when it comes to Nuke, you start on the T side, and none of those teams have shown any, like, you know, really good things with their T sides. Like, I think FNATIC has shown weaknesses on their T side. Same goes for 9Z. I think they played 1 or 2 nukes already at this event, and none of them, they're able to get, like, more than 10 rounds in total on both maps. So, you know, I think if you want to have a shot, I think FNATIC needs to step up their game a little bit on their T side. And for 9Z, I think Buddha, you know, this player has been a bit underperforming throughout this event. I really hope that he's able to, you know, put up some good numbers for his team.
Yeah, because now's the time to do so, Yanko.
Absolutely, and the thing is that for FNATIC right here, they'll have to start on the T side. So we heard from, I think, Max talking in one of the post-game interviews that they have a lot of faith, you know, in their nuke. They know that they can always come back on the CT side as well. So the problem here is if FNATIC gets off to a good start, right, as Luis pointed out, they've been struggling on those T sides. So it's really important for 9Z to not have another slow start.
Yeah, and in terms of performance right now for FNATIC, you know, you are just 1 map away from advancing. And, you know, there's got to be a little bit of a sigh of relief, as Yanko would put it, a breath of fresh air. Right?
A fresh of breath air.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think, you know, you could also tell it's important. You could say, I don't think I've ever seen Crims kind of shout and hype up his teammates in a way. So I think he's very conscious about, you know, their energy and their demeanor yesterday in the game against Outsiders and how that can help them play better. And they played incredibly well on the first map, so that's also a positive sign. There were other players who did more in terms of fragging, but he had his moments here and there.
Yeah, and for FNATIC, even having lost ultimately to Outsiders, yes, 16-1 is a monumental loss. But the next map was closer, 16-14.
Yeah, it was a really close game, and I think like also that game came down to a lot of like clutch situations, you know, really close rounds, and yeah, I mean that's why it was competitive. So, but you know, the team they're facing today just unfortunately doesn't have the experience and mental fortitude that Outsiders does, you know, just Outsiders in general, just way more experienced as a team and a completely different style as well compared to 9Z.
Yeah, so all eyes on the prize here, and that is FNATIC, just 1 map away from keeping themselves alive in Rio. We are in Swiss round 5. We need to go to a quick break so we can come back. We do have a little bit of nuke on the cards, so don't go anywhere. Grab some popcorn, grab some lickies and chewies. Let's have a good time with BRB.
No.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
We have Mezzy and Roy waiting in the wings for some hard-hitting, antagonistic questions. What's Roy going to be most aggravated by? Rog, Rock, Roj, okay.
He doesn't like that one.
How can we inflame Roy about age?
I think we can connect it to his past in Mad Lions, because he was not happy with his performance there.
Okay.
I think that will get to him.
You performed...
Like shit.
Like shit.
That's nice.
Was that because you were already
in an age crisis.
In an age crisis. See, this is the material we need. Thank you, Chris.
Old as well.
He doesn't eat like vegetables or like fruit or anything. Like if you eat a banana next to him, he's going crazy.
A crippling fear of vegetables. Would you?
3 minutos.
I'm the topic of conversation.
Joder, ruté por atrás.
Bueno, jeje, pues de un rato yo entro.
¿Qué fue?
A salir. Grande. 7, tal vez.
Tomando la sorpresa, nadie estaba cubriendo ese sector. Mucho daño acaba de recibir el jugador del equipo de Estados Unidos, Salad Ford, que trata de ganar altura. Vamos a ver si el high angle termina permitiéndole obtener alguna kill. Ahí veo que se frisea un poco el Counter Strike. Ojo que ya ha sido divisado desde la zona de Firebox el jugador Yanko. Y oh, Dios mío, cómo termina ganándole ese duelo, ese flickshot. Termina Fastshot, perdón, termina ganando el punto. 9-3 el marcador. Buena la definición sobre el final por parte del sniper del equipo de Estados Unidos, Sinlov.
Qué mal, qué mal. Aunque pues, se posicionaron bien, pero al final terminó piqueando de más. Excelente lo que hace Salah también. Para terminar la ronda para la gente de Estados Unidos, no Miyangi. Y lo del stream, que lo veo bien, lo quitó. No sé, todo. Ahí vemos a Pullman por la parte de medio también. Los chicos haciendo un sector por la parte de medio. Mid control esencial para Mirage. Vamos a ver qué puede hacer Jenko, Pullman y Asin. Creo que la Molly está bien, la Molly, la verdad. Asin haciendo la primera baja contra Core GG. Vamos a ver Disco en la parte de A. Ya está visualizado. No, pero no termina Bosch llevándosela. Muy bien lo que hace Jenko. Rompiéndole la cabeza. Icarus haciendo lo suyo con la USB Window, que le da así, por favor. Icarus otra vez haciendo lo suyo contra Pullman. Ah, no. Ah, no. Excelente lo que hace Icarus. 3 kills para Icarus, cerrando la ronda para la gente de No Miyangi. Excelente, Icarus. Uy, tristemente por Magic Gaming, 10-3. Panorama totalmente gris.
Exactamente, no está teniendo... A ver, el planteamiento inicial, salir a tratar de dominar medio de manera agresiva, que es lo que hizo al menos en la ronda anterior. Y creo que hasta ahí todo bien. Pero el equipo de No Miyangi lo que creo que está intentando hacer es invitarlos a ir a ese sector. O sea, no se lo ganan de frente, simplemente esperan que ellos vengan y hacen una muy buena cobertura. Teníamos ahí a Icarus en la zona anterior.
¿Viste eso?
Perdóneme.
¿Viste eso?
¿A Cory?
No, a la ronda.
Así, la ronda.
Roy will see if he can pop off or if it's Nikidaz's op that'll find its mark. But 9Z will begin on the defense, and they'll be looking to keep their hopes and dreams alive here in Rio. FNATIC, a single map away from making legends. After all these years, FNATIC make it back to the major. And this is just that final step to continue their run. T-side already, outdoors, smoke down. NQZ gets hit hard, so he's just gonna have to allow for the cross, and it's DGT to pick up the kill elsewhere. So at least a 5 versus 4 going the way of 9Z, a little tail end to that cross. And NQZ, a chance, but Mezzi hard hit in from Mini, and that's gonna create some little bits of ambiguity here. Buddha falls down into the site, and now things go quiet.
Yeah, that is a key move though, when Buddha going down.
Empezó, chicos, empezó.
Play to make, because there's the threat of wrapping Heaven based on what Mezzi saw. One sitting in Tetris. I'm not sure if they want to take it here. They could of course still go downstairs, and now they've got 2 passive angles still watching the same thing, if you will. But we'll see if FNATIC even find this. The bomb is still downstairs as we cross the minute mark. The majority of the players are here. Max is just about all alone, and it looks like Mezzi may have pieced together this puzzle. We'll see what Max can do with these 2 guns.
DGT was just starting to slide back from what was his adventure into lobby. Sees that that's entirely clear, so yes, Buddha would probably be more comfortable up in Heaven, but it's gonna be the B commit. Those A players a world away. Dual Berettas find Mezzi first. Can't get the better of Crims. DGT tries to slide wide, and it's Roy with the answer, but David's real quick, and now he's real dead. Nikidaz point blank with the pistol, and Buddha, tough spot. 3 players to drop. Bomb already ticking, and so much time for FNATIC to just slide into the after plant. But Nikidaz goes down for free. He clears the corner, and Buddha, getting shot at, tries to bring it back. It's Roy with a little bit more health, and Buddha just needs to get it, but no sir, Roy's gonna deny, and FNATIC pick up T-side pistol.
That would have been a crazy 1v3. You just don't see them happen that often, especially in such a comfy post plant like the one we just saw. So my heart goes out to him. But this round, I think, also has to do with his position and giving up Heaven. And it's not because they didn't go A, but because they didn't know. And because he wasn't in Heaven to get info back and they couldn't update in any meaningful sense, they overstacked the upper site. They felt insecure, and it was exposed by FNATIC, who now have been gifted a much better buy. And will take it outside fast on the cross.
Max not going to be able to stop anything. Massive weapon advantage. We got a player hiding behind the generator up towards Heaven. We'll see if somebody does manage to crawl his way. Could get away with something weird here, NQZ.
Do a good job of shooting and baiting.
Oh, he went around. USP taps, not half bad. AK upgrade could go big. Nikidaz, gonna keep his head on for now. The Galil will get the better of the unarmored NQZ. And the counter-terrorists not going to be able to stop FNATIC, even if they tried.
Yeah, this round is kind of locked up, so we'll see if they try to get the better guns at Basher. As the last 2 players go down, another clean start here for FNATIC.
Pad those stats.
Yeah. It was nice for 9Z to start on the CT side, but not with an easier start.
Roy getting his early here on map 2. Wasn't really necessary for him to kind of have a pop off.
Yeah, he was just like 6 and 8.
Doing his thing.
You know.
Cruise control.
Yeah. Just thinking about eating meat later.
Yeah, no vegetables.
Nothing else.
I have to say, great content piece from Paula.
Amazing.
Absolutely
so
love
far.
that idea.
Yeah.
And hope we get more. But as far as Counter-Strike's concerned, Crims is nearly dead.
That was an expensive run through, but they get down.
We'll see if he can hold on for dear life. We've got Max already with prying eyes, deep from ramp. He's not alone. We've got a smoke on one side as the fire throws out from the other. Look at that aggression. Max tries to run it straight at the bomb plant, and it loses his life.
Yeah, they didn't know how many drops. I think they called the timing on the vent because it was smoked. They didn't know 3 people were down here, so they maybe thought 1 was there, maybe 2, 1 to cover the plant with control side, and Max thought he had a way in, but they were everywhere. And as we can see by the health bars, it cost them a lot of life to get through an entire molly, and that's maybe why they didn't think that many had crossed.
Yeah, Crims was lucky to even be alive. Won't survive this one. But 9Z, first buy round, don't even really get a chance. Barring that rush out from Max, nothing here to stop FNATIC. I mean, talk about conviction. Straight out the doorway, straight down to the B site, and right away the 3-0 start. Silver lining, 9Z gonna hang on to basically everything.
Oh, ouch. It was a combination Molotov. It looked like maybe an AT landed beside him. Sometimes a nice counter to the vent drop, which I gotta say, strong call from Mezzy, just to do that really early on in a half. Because now the reactions are going to be dropping nades into the vent, mollying in the vent, starting in the vent, all these kinds of things. But now FNATIC can kind of put it on the back burner if they want, maybe implore it a little bit later on.
Just nice, quick conditioning out of FNATIC.
Yeah.
9Z gonna change things up a bit. We got NQZ over towards Secret Stairs. And he's just gonna await any type of a cross here from FNATIC. So sure enough, they make sure nobody goes down the vent fast, but it's not as though there aren't protocols here outside. NQZ about to peek off Max's flash. Nobody there though. Not even behind red. Instead, they press close along the side of Mini. What a reward. DGT decides to get aggressive in trophy. Bomb falls at his feet. Meanwhile, Max holding off on Mini. Soon that smoke's gonna come up and the A site could fall. They will hold on to it. The bomb is back in their possession. Buddha goes deep on Hut. And Roy, he's going to be able to wrap around Heaven. No stopping him with that kill on Max.
Oh, a pain can smoke to make it feel like they're going to go Heaven potentially. Ramp is wide open, so they have to kind of respect this. Lobby push comes in from Buddha, so there's a chance for him to bring this back.
Oh, clean
Don't
play.
Get switched, yeah, and Nikita is here with an op.
Waiting for a second as David resides down beneath the Heaven. And sure enough, it all gets ripped away. So Buddha, active play, and he's gonna find himself another. Taking a bit of an initiative and tucking into the hut, catches FNATIC off guard.
Yeah.
I like that. 9Z, not just sitting back on ramp, but moving forward into fights and taking a first round win.
For sure, yeah, getting into their space. And I wonder how DGT got into trophy room without them being aware of it at all. If he had just walked the entire way, which is super unlikely because any passive default still kind of will take accounts of any kind of ramp push, but they didn't know. And bomb coming out first was kind of a blessing. You got to appreciate them following that one with a little bit more aggression on other parts of the map.
Ooh, Max, lovely timing. Cross smokes go up, Roy goes down, Fasher follows right after, and we've got 9Z with a comfortable 5v3. So this CT side, it's gonna start early. Despite FNATIC's best efforts with the aggression out of the gate, the pistol and conversions, sure, it's some padding for this T side, but they're gonna have to get to work.
Yeah, we saw what kind of damage they could do. CT side Mirage, understanding how to press their advantages. And FNATIC still looking to work on this round. Sparse utility, but Molotovs are key. Smoke on Crims as well. When in response as they clear out angles. They're supporting a push downstairs, but look who is on the hunt. It'd be unlikely for Crims to expect this. I don't think control glass or the door is open. So that means that Crims could actually turn back. Maybe they want to use him to bait. Oh, they are using him to bait.
But he's being hunted, don't forget. So while we keep an eye out, oh, Max died.
Wait, oh wow.
David though drops bomb. Now suddenly Nikidaz problematic. He's gonna slide out, fixated on David's last known position, and of course Crims downstairs, nowhere to run.
Yeah, this one's a bit awkward because they show themselves in hut at the same time that Crims gets his kill downstairs. Of course, Crims doesn't know that somebody's going to be trying to hunt him, but still turns around and checks. And if they had maybe just had the contact from Crims first, the CTs maybe make some bad rotations and then they could get back into the round. But outside of that, it's all about 9Z's opening kill with Max watching the cross and then the instant 5v3. Yeah, we got to say it. There is no short supply of 9Z fans out here in the crowd tonight.
other South American hope, barring Furia. Brazil's legends go down, both teams 0-3. 9Z, rough start. A loss to Evil Geniuses, or excuse me, overtime win. They clawed that one back. Felt as though they were going to get swamped twice. And now versus a very promising European roster in FNATIC, who've looked better than we've seen for years. Map down, but currently winning rounds. Crims, all that's really going to work here for FNATIC. DGT can tend to just give them some real estate because NQZ is going to take that contact. First shot, he lands it. Now he doesn't have to re-aggress, but will as he chooses to, because DGT just shreds another couple. And this is a total lockdown inside of the ramp room. Full house between DGT and NQZ. We're all tied at 3.
Yeah, huge for the confidence, huge for the money. And that can help Max out a little bit to relax just for a second. Into the full buy again. I think the only scary thing about this is, of course, FNATIC are willing to go to wit's end to make sure they squeeze every round for anything they can get. That's why they have been pulling out some of their biggest victories in recent memory. Round 7 comes in. The buy's not perfect. Crims, who had an AK last one, only has a Tech 9 here.
Ooh, Fasher takes that risk of getting down vents, and I think that's, you know, the protocols that come out because of that one successful round. FNATIC get down vent. Early damage and Fasher barely living.
Getting down vent is the first step to messing rotations up, and Fasher is very hard to kill at this point, even though he's very low. And yeah, there is quite a gap here, but Max doesn't want to fight directly into it. DGT off angle.
This could go unchecked, but it's just the one. At least he gets Roy. Remember, Fasher barely left, and Max sticks around, runs the risk, finds Nikita still just floating around the red. Crims, he's got the plant, and Fasher, tough spot to press into what's going to be the 9Z retake on ramp. This is everybody. This is everyone. And Fasher's not able to cut down anything. So Crims into the backside. His only teammate left is Mezzy towards the double doors. And 9Z, well, they're going to soften up Crims nice and smooth so far. They catch him in the backside. Mezzy down to 10 HP, and it's such a desperate position. Smoked off as well, no vision. Just intuition as that defuse is being stuck. Mezzy's not even going to try to pull the trigger right away. He'll catch Max, but it's not the diffuser, so 9Z with a CT lead early.
Yeah, so Fasher ends up being the reason they go downstairs after he gets the sight. They don't rotate down to kill him. It gets a little bit scary from that position. They throw one flash for him to try to fight, but Crims doesn't get his on his peak. There's a strugglesome spray outside between Nikadaz, I think, and Max at red. A couple of these instances could have made the difference. The early damage also helps out from 9Z, at least somewhat punishing FNATIC for trying to do an early vent drop. Mezzy on the 1-on-3, I mean, he knows he's throwing a Hail Mary here, but gives it his best shot. Crosses his toes in hopes that he had shot at the planter, or the diffuser, but that wasn't the case. And while it's expensive, it's still a really good round for 9Z to look back on. This game continues to heat up. The half investment once again. And we see a persistence of kind of 1 AKs on this type of buy, because on T side, you don't have all 5 players doing something all at once. It's really easy to pick up a gun, so you can really bolster an eco. If you can knock down 2 players, it's always worth it to get that one gun. That's kind of the idea. You don't always have to aim for winning the round, but now you have odds for actually winning it, plus a really good chance to actually get kills.
Easy. Crims and Roy. That 1 AK hits the ground. Fasher is going to bring it back with the Tech 9 bursts. NQZ drops bombs, so all good here from 9Z. They've got their last player pinned. Shots through the hut and rounds to the scoreboard. A 2-round lead now for 9Z with 4 players up. For an AK buy there, FNATIC get nothing.
Absolutely. And we're at the point of the game where FNATIC are just very happy they won the pistol.
Yeah, yeah, right. That buffer early probably feels good.
But 9Z knows what the deal is. When this flips over, there could very easily be a comeback. So they're just trying to keep a meter stick between them and their opponents.
Doing a good job, man. Money's building up massively. NQZ on 13,000. That's the kind of economy you love your Opera to have. Crims is going to take the top rope, falls down, slides straight through Max, and then drops a smoke front window. NQZ chasing, clearing this, and Crims survives! Oh, but NQZ spins it back around. David comes out from Mini, and DGT's picked up Roy in the meantime. 3v3 with Mezzi Pin dead to DGT.
Oh, that's 2 outside those spots.
And the hut hold. Buddha back inside the A site, keeps it clean. And 9Z racking up the round wins.
That's so well handled. I mean, every little step that FNATIC take out of the open to be a little bit aggressive, 9Z are right there following suit. And right here is just crazy. 2 players outside. It looked like NQZ could have given up this position, accidentally shooting through this wall, not getting enough damage off, and thinking he killed the target, but Crims can't kill him fast enough to make him pay. Very nice upper hold here from Buddha as well to deny any chance for some sort of bomb plan or weird post-plan situation. And it makes perfect sense that FNATIC try to hit upstairs right after that, because that was the opportunity after seeing 2 far away from heaven. Always impressed again to remember 9Z, don't remember the last map, they don't remember the last round. They play it in the present at all times.
Always fresh. Trying not to get bogged down in the thought that this has to be the big run. Ooh, Buddha sees a little skin. Basher gonna pay the price. So lobby belongs to 9Z. And those few smokes that FNATIC buy in with gonna trickle down outside as Max loses his line of sight, but he will be given assistance from NQZ. David's also not far away. DGT successful in catching Roy, means this one's going down nice and smooth. Max waits as the nade finds its target. Perfect spot on the side of the smoke there. Could get caught by the bomb carrier. Mezzi's looking to press in, but Max, yeah, he's got teammates. Friends always help. Buddha, Nikadaz down. It's all good here from 9Z. Comfortable 7th added to the tally. And again, now they're maxing out money.
Yeah, they have so much money. So few deaths, so few casualties on the full rifles, on the eco rounds. And you can feel the dominance on top of just seeing it. There's just so many rounds that look like there's actually no chance. Early 5v4s, early 5v3s. I think Max winning a high percentage of his duels outside is a big one. That's where a lot of these defaults have started. And he has kind of confidently been able to be in the open and swing on players. Not a care in the world. And we know that is just in the job description when you're playing outside as a rifler.
Back into the secret stairs. We've seen NQZ here before, but not with the op. So now this time he can more confidently post up on the red angle. He's not alone out here though in terms of snipers. Any extension to clear close mini could put him in the scope of Nikadaz.
Looks like a mistake could come his way. We'll see how far Nikadaz extends.
Ooh, fatal error if he comes around that red box.
Looks like he was not worried about it, but here's the thing. Even though they fall back, they didn't actually clear secret. The CTs are not worried about someone potentially being in secret. Fasher is getting a lot of vision here. It's really important to keep Squeaky smoked, but David does one better and gets the kill.
Yeah. Smokes will go down outside. Of course, NQZ aware, completely clear. Roy could get lurky.
He's found the gap, and Max is trying to hunt him back. And again, this is what makes his job so difficult, but he likes to play dynamic.
It opens up mini. That's one less player to try and hold this A site, so David's going to have to do it. And his other support's over towards ramp. David extends in, traded out by Nikadaz. Now Roy could activate, goes ahead, takes down Max. They know about the opper. Critical cross, critical timing. And Nikadaz wins that duel. It was long in the making. Pops back up, drops Buddha in the mid-sight, and DGT buys time up above. Nikadaz, you have 5 seconds to spare, and DGT slides into the most critical spot. Oh, but he misses his shot. Nikadaz with a chance, and it gets shut down. 9Z continue with winning ways, 8 straight.
That got very scary for DGT after that first pick, and Nikadaz switched out to an AK. That might have saved DGT's life in that position. Couldn't really fall off, couldn't really fall down. He just didn't want to let that bomb go downstairs potentially, and it dropped just in front of Tetris to make it a little bit harder for Nikodas to safely secure it, and that made the difference. David with a very clean kill here. That helped out a lot. Pragmatic round, though, from FNATIC. I like how they used their smokes to get Roy into Big Garage, but to actually be used as a lurker to help them dislodge the mini player. And even Max forgot about him after knowing that he had tried. There was somebody out there doing something, up to no good. It's another hard round one here for 9Z.
I think cool to see as well is NQZ, who was over towards Secret, didn't get the engagement he wants on Red, doesn't get any action, but still slides in and deals with, of course, the squeaky push. Holy hell. I mean, Nikodas winning that duel, op to op. Hot damn.
Yeah, he is fast. He is definitely, he's the opera to watch in Denmark. He's the guy who has been turning heads for sure.
Yeah, any other ops in Denmark you can think of?
Device is back.
Oh, yeah. Nikodas, top spot now under question. For now, it's all good. Single player on FNATIC with a tech issue. We'll get that one sorted quick.
Yeah, big thing for the two FNATIC players who came from Copenhagen Flames is that they kind of broke through their own mental barrier after Stockholm into Antwerp of actually getting into top 8.
Yes.
You know, and so impressive. To even just repeat in Challengers with no top 20 players, kind of brand new team all doing it together. Just doing the boys.
You think they kind of paved the road for the likes of Bad News Eagles, who have now done that here in Rio.
Sure, yeah.
You know, same tale. Hell, who's new to the game this time? We've got Gamer Legion.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's almost this like repeat trickle-down effect. Changing of the guard, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I think people were kind of calling the changing of the guard like a few years ago, and it's kind of felt like some of the legendary teams were going to fall off. But it really feels like this year, it's not just that, but now also new teams are kind of every bit as good.
Right.
And I think it's been the year of the floor being raised as opposed to the ceiling. And that has made it so there's just tons of parity in the top 15 and top 20. Very exciting time to be a CS fan at the moment.
Feels like 50% of the Academy League Season 1 is now featured on Tier 1 or Tier 2 teams.
Yeah, no kidding. It's actually uncanny how much output there has been from the Academy League for how young it is. The league itself, not just its players.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know that yet, actually. Okay. Furia are through, but 9Z are still playing.
Playing well, the CT side, 8 straight, as mentioned, and in the face of just a few pistols here for round 12. So, again, it all does come down to the second half. 9Z's T side is a question mark. So far, brilliant nuke play, dynamic outside setups, and honestly, a few easy rounds, dare I say. Max catches Roy outdoors, so the pistol pop, 1 player less already. Careful, Buddha, there's a guy on vent, but he finds Mezzi. Bomb's gonna be planted. It's a quick little pop-down beat. Didn't even catch it myself. So fast was FNATIC, but as they come through that smoke, DGT already starts to unravel what's going to be a nigh impossible post-plant. I mean, the health is low. There's only 2 left. You've got 9Z on the full buy. So take your bomb plant, walk away, and try again in the next one. Because this is 9Z continuing to tear you up.
Yeah, I think happy to just make some money. And at this point, I mean, it doesn't feel like they're going to... It is possible, even with 12K, 10K each on every player, that you chew through all of that money before the half is over. But, like, there's... I think... I don't know. I think if they spend their money right, it's going to be too difficult. Even if they want ops every round, even if they want full utility. Ooh. FNATIC are going to have to win rifle rounds only. They're going to be chewing on granite to get through this half.
Yeah.
And just 3 rounds is definitely not enough. Well, maybe. Yeah.
Never say never.
It comes down to both how good FNATIC's CT side is, which you know is good, but also how rough 9Z's T side is. And actually, right now, in terms of quotas, you know, FNATIC is 40+%. Uh-oh. That's a good start. Max has been the kryptonite of these defaults outside, and he's down.
Yeah, we saw that highlight from the last round. Little one-tap, dirty AK kill to the top silo. Roy again getting into his antics, but this is a new spot from David. It's a long-range fight going down first. Mini players got this guy occupied. Now Roy knows there's a player point blank, and it's Buddha to just pick up the frag. No answer yet from the rest of FNATIC as they try to press in from outdoors. Nade finds its target. Nicely done. Crim's going to exchange that damage, and Nikadaz in the perfect spot to find David on the fallback.
Yeah, the smoke isn't as good as he thought. And this is a 4v3. See if they can hold this advantage.
Buddha has to move out.
Yeah, and Buddha makes a good move here. He could likely catch someone, but no, Crims finds 2.
Gets caught himself. 2 versus 4. DGT,
they just keep moving out.
Yeah, third player, right? Try and try again. Without try, that is.
You gotta like it, because they're not playing from sight. They're not gonna win from sights, I should say.
Fasher locking in the ramp room, so total map control here for FNATIC. Crims doesn't need to do anything.
It's crazy though, it's already at the 30-second mark.
Time flies when you're having fun. FNATIC finally not getting beat. Fasher, great spot, but there is still this. NQZ behind the vent, slides out, will not get a chance to go huge. He does get caught by Crims, who eventually decides to pull the trigger outdoors. And FNATIC, that's a 4th added to the board.
Yeah, they're just happy to take a round. They know that 9Z just have so much left over. Take a quick glance at how many people have been alive every round, and they know that they're going to have to go up against another 2 full buys, even if they win.
Cash cows here for the CTs.
Yeah, yeah.
Fasher, that's good timing, man. I feel like, you know, a second later, he gets caught with his legs dangling down from heaven. Then that vent player doesn't actually have to leave his position. Could have got 1 kill and tucked in. And
it becomes too late to go downstairs.
Who knows?
But yeah.
Who knows? That's Counter-Strike for you.
So on round 14, well, do 9Z need to overthink this? Probably not. They just keep going back to what they were doing really well. I think if one of the problems that they've seen so far from FNATIC is just allowing the vent drop, no deaths every single time that FNATIC have tried it. I say every single time, it's only been twice, but there's been 2 very clean ones. And while there's some damage, just letting someone down there could really cause you problems later. Outside of that, I think it's just them waiting to see what FNATIC's attack is going to look like. I mean, they lost Max through a smoke outside early on. That's no big deal. They're not going to expect that to happen twice. And it looks like it might be time for that upper hit.
And that blinding flash hits both ends of the hit. Crims, ooh, freebie, slides through. Max a little delayed with the trade back. NQZ, though, somehow survives, and David lines him up. Nikadaz into the clutch, shut down by Max, who skates right through Mini, and is going to stall FNATIC on 4.
Wow, a little discomfort there. They can't trade out Heaven. That allows them to get across the site with 3 and potentially trade again. It really comes down to that Heaven hold, staying alive, 1 kill as well, and then the rifler from opposite vent, he just farmed.
Damn, NQZ, love that killer instinct, comes at it, knocks him down. David primed for the cross. And Hut has really been the end of FNATIC when it comes to that A site. We haven't found them in there with a plant. And we're not going to get many more chances. FNATIC, final round of the T side of 4th. We look back and thank God for them, they won the pistol. But one more chance is maybe all they need. David, blind as a bat, pinned against the wall. NQZ also down, so no impact from Heaven. And try again. They finally find that footing inside A. Poor Max drops to 17 health, loses the bomb site, meant to be set ablaze, and no chance at a re-entry there through Mini. So 3 versus 1, clean from FNATIC. They'll get that little sprinkle of a 5th round on this one. And Max, where are you going, bud?
No chance to get in from Mini, you know, going to Heaven. I think that would be the next obvious move. Let's try something a little bit weird. Maybe they've decided to post plan inside of the lobby, but this is who 9Z are. They're going to try no matter what.
Yeah, I like it. It's going to take maximum effort, and it gets shut down. So, FNATIC, sure enough, a saving grace of a 5th terrorist round win, but we all know Counter-Strike, a tale of 2 halves.
Future Pros? On Nuke today with a util set you can throw to help your teammates pull off a vent dive. First things first, shoot out this window. Climb the ladder, and while running along the raised edge, aim as shown. Running jump throw the molly just before you get to the ladder. This molly is not the best one you can throw for hut, as it will almost always leave a gap above the hut doorway, but for a vent dive or a squeaky push it's pretty handy. Back up and running jump throw your flashes with the same lineup. I would like to say this is all you need, but your teammates should still nade open the door, smoke the close molly, and then molly and flash into A main to be fully effective with your util. Hopefully your teammates manage this and you'll have a good chance to make it down that vent.
A 5-round lead for 9Z as we're about to kick off their T-side here on Nuke. Map 2 between them and FNATIC, fighting for the final slot in the Legends stage of IEM Rio.
Yeah.
It's a tough job to close Nuke, that much we all know.
You know how I was talking about with FNATIC, eco rounds, pistol rounds, they're giving it a lot of thought. They win 70% of their pistol rounds on Nuke, and this is over a pretty big sample size. And that's also the kind of round right now that could absolutely make the difference in this game. So we'll see if they can pull off the hold. 9Z are not too bad themselves.
It's going to be a full-blown exec into the A site. 3 players priming for the hut. Mezzi to be tested. His medal is sitting in the back site. Buddha slides through. NQZ connects. Roy comes out from Mini and will only get the 1. So 9Z, man advantage. And all that FNATIC have left is the heavens. They fight out, and the first goes down. No trade back from Crims. And he's got 2 players down beneath, 1 fighting out from hut. And Crims, what a difficult job this is. 70%, but not here tonight. Unless Crims can finish off the little that's left of DGT and the player down beneath him. The man towards squeaky jump spots. And Crims waits for a chance to strike. The bullet whizzes by, a warning sign of what's to come. It's a little more impact, but that's all it is. It's an impact, not a round win. 9Z find 11.
This would be their biggest Nuke win if 9Z are able to pull it off and close out on T-side. And this is the exact start you need. They had enough players upstairs to pull this hold off, but they didn't have the aim. They got out-dueled on every single peak with DGT's 2K. They kept tipping the scales back in their favor. Man advantage situations all the way until the end with a bomb plant. A very nice round to start off the second half. And this is FNATIC's map pick.
FNATIC come in with the force. Triple pistols, MP9 and Scout. But that MP9's in a big position. Safe from the fire. Mezzi's gonna get the opener. We've got 2 Ts just stranded outside the door. And it's a dink in versus NQZ. Mezzi primed to finish somebody off. Do they know about this
another
gap?
bad smoke, and they're they're gonna drop vents because they could do that, but they're a little scared about it. So now they wrote back over to ramp, and now CTs are meeting him here.
He's gonna hit a couple. Nikodas goes out, gets tagged to 56. Crims will sit and wait, and he does not have to make his move.
Okay, there's still time on the clock here. It's about 9Z not getting worried, but at the same time, the CTs are in pretty much the prime optimal positions.
Oh, God.
And they don't know about Crims at all.
The little that's left of NQZ, Nikodas comes back at it. Second player tagged, and that's all. But now if they move forward, Crims is not a problem. If they come back, he could be everything for FNATIC. Oh, they watch it. Heads up play from 9Z. Now they know he's here. And Crims, from what could have been to what shouldn't be, he still hangs on and finishes David. DGT alleviates the pressure elsewhere. Roy nowhere to be found, and they will still slice through Crims. So 9Z survive what could have been an atrocious situation.
Damn, that's such an excellent round, man. I mean, they were really surrounded, and Roy, it's still a 1v2. They can run downstairs. Roy will probably try to beat him there.
He's got a chance.
He does have a chance. He has half armor as well.
Oh, he's got a chance.
And
if he swings
NQZ
that door,
low.
and the player with health plants bomb. Oh my lord. Woo! 21 health left combined, but 21 health is more than they need.
Yeah.
9Z take their 12th.
Yeah, that's all that matters. That was super solid. A little bit scary, of course. I think it was more about FNATIC playing that well for what they had, but then 9Z not overcommitting in the wrong positions. Once they got this kill, it seemed like they were going to try to take it up to heaven, but instead, they made sure everything was cool in the ramp. They noticed that Nikodas was the rotator to ramp. They didn't find anybody hiding, and Crims waited so long. He must have been so surprised when they were still holding onto those angles. But that is a real high level of focus there from 9Z.
Yeah. Considering every possibility.
Yeah, you've got to respect that.
If Roy had just been a second sooner as well, hands would have been busy. Who knows what comes of that, but now we sit back as 9Z are about to churn through unarmored pistols. Nice nade damage at the very least, but Buda's gonna chuck one back the other way. DGT just tears up that A site. We've got majority of players here from 9Z taking damage. Crims will come through with a singular USP frag, but that's all good. A site plant. This one's locked in from 9Z. It's gonna be a substantial 8-round lead. 3 away from pushing this to Overpass.
Yep, they're in a really good spot. Overpass is an interesting map to end on. 9Z got to be feeling good. This is the first real rifle round, though, from FNATIC. And so this is obviously, you know, if they lose this, they don't have enough money for a full buy. 9Z just have an open route to victory just like that. So one super solid rifle round here, and it could spell the end for FNATIC on a map that they wanted to take it to after already being able to ban out Dust 2, 9Z's kind of best map and favorite map to play.
9Z forced to show depth in their nuke play. Never did feel like this would be a freebie. But Crims, oh, awkward, still comes up with one, and a ton of damage into NQZ. Double Molotov goes out. Nobody gonna peek behind that. DGT and Max sitting and waiting and doing their own thing. Vasher floats inside A, but ramp is really the problem.
I think they have outside locked off with this Mac Mini player, and Nikodas just happened to take a fight. He's going to watch him lead, but he knows that they haven't crossed. So Roy doesn't have to get too worried about ramp. There is the chance that they go downstairs, and that's the one threat. Secret is not open right now, so the vent rotation is the only one for the CT side. Ooh. And now they're starting to walk down. Again, the patience from 9Z, but look at Mezzi waiting beneath.
2 players go up, both the Hell players up into heaven. They're clearing out the A site as DGT looks to go join his teammates. Mezzi's gonna hear this, sees it, and deals with the first one. In fact, goes in for seconds, and Buda's dropped. We've got close up on Max. Nice play, at least gets the trade back. He can focus over towards the decon door. We've got 25 seconds and he needs to grab bomb, but DGT just got another kill.
Are they going upstairs?
That opens up the possibility of a lead.
That's not an easy rotation back, but they get up the vent, I think, fast with one. Fasher waiting for heaven. He's so quick to the jump.
Oh, this is the last 5 seconds. Fasher, he's gonna get the headshot to DGT. Max needs the clutch, gets one, but Nikodas, he's right there with the op. Back and forth, a tug of war. FNATIC with at least a lifeline.
It can be very easy to forget about that potential rotation back upstairs. It doesn't happen very often. So Fasher going up the vent quickly is something to note for sure. Just in case, Mezzi played this so well. That passive angle looked like he wasn't going to get anything. you know, if unless they literally jumped through the window, but waiting for it to break before he peeked, netted him that frag, and from there on out, it was pretty easy. Now, quite a costly round on the CT side, but money left over for 9Z to put together a buy, so they kind of keep the same thread hanging over above FNATIC like a dark cloud, that if they win this round again, they've got a dead broke FNATIC and a free match point.
Also able to save all 4 of their timeouts for this T side. It's going to give Zach the most amount of time to try and offer assistance to the 9Z camp.
Yeah, look at all the kills they got. It results in a UMP here for Crims, who was holding onto the ramp with his life with an M4. Mezzi, who got the 2 kills with an M4, is now on a FAMAS. And Fasher himself also only has an MP9, but Nikita is the best gun of the round.
He saw a player, Silo, catches Buddha on top of Mini, goes for the repeak, and it's 9Z to come in with a kill.
They pushed ramp and found a timing.
Crims.
Oh my god, he didn't spot that. Jesus, but he gets trophy room.
And at least in the meanwhile, NQZ also gets called outside, so FNATIC deep control and 3 kills.
He's calling a timing on ramp where there's no one actually there. So this might hold him in place for a little bit.
Can they break into the A site though? It's the only Hail Mary 9Z really have.
Roy's still here holding for lurks because of that timing that Crims called that's not actually there.
So it actually, you'd think, pulls a player off of A. Roy otherwise could have been up in heaven.
Lots of pressure on Mezzi. Again, suffering from only having this FAMAS.
If he drops the ball here, there's still a chance. 9Z with a live wire. Gunning for a 14th in the post plant. Crims' position still unknown, and he could just slide up and shoot DGT in the back of the head. Nice and easy goes that one. It's Max now.
Any kill Max gets here affects this next round and keeps the chances alive, even if it might seem like he can't win this.
Oh, double molly though. I mean, that's the shoe-in. That's the lockout. Crims, it's a 10-second stick, and he's going to do that so comfortably. Max just has to walk away. No additional kill, but it is a bit more money for 9Z. And of course, it's only the 7th for FNATIC. Still a meter stick between the 2 teams.
Yeah, the trophy room push was the big one. I think that was the final nail.
Even though it created that question on ramp, still good, still worth it.
Yeah, it locked up Roy outside and put lots of pressure on Mezzi to get a kill where he didn't. So that's the only reason we even see the bomb go down. But he was the full flank at the end of the day.
And the full flank wins it right here. Crims couldn't have been easier. Mind you, DGT was just coming back to check. So timing plays out to Crims' favor. Smoke goes down on ramp. And DGT will stay pressed against it. We've got, of course, pistols here for 9Z. Not a full-fledged buy. Limitations, sure enough, but at least they add one more AK and Kevlar to what was saved. Shouldn't say impossible round for 9Z.
Damn, DGT 19-9. Great map so far.
Ooh, Crims with a chance at the aforementioned DGT. Leading the charge for the South Americans. And it's going to be Buddha who gets fed to the meat grinder. Tech9 out at the helm of this push. 3 players behind him inside of lobby. And Max is the X factor. If they keep these CTs busy and they find that right timing, now they have a very real chance. Tech9 comes in big. Mezzi's gonna get swarmed, and he only gets 2. Crims though, double from above. And Buddha, well, he's got a smoke to work with. He's got a chance with this one. And he's not known to be the heavy hitter. But goddamn, if this clutch wouldn't be felt by FNATIC.
They're going to give him space to back up as well. He's got a one-way here sitting on the site.
He's worried about Mini.
He's worried about everything, looking at HUD as well.
Trading pieces, Flash goes first. Buddha up with the first, sees the next. Tech9 tap, further damage. And oh, it's desperate, but he just hides in, slides down as Nikadas, reloads fresh, and there we have it. A singular survivor for FNATIC.
Oh, forced to reload. If he wasn't, of course, he could have really played with Nikadas up there in heaven and made his life hell. Man, that was a trying moment. Nice lurk from Max to get that kill in upper, and his team were so ready to explode. They looked better than FNATIC when they had full guns trying to hit the upper site. Really kept the pressure up with full credit to Crims. The fast rotation up into heaven, the 2K for Mezzi as well.
Man, have to feel for Buddha, right? He gets that first, he gets in with the Tech9. Once that first M4 kill is his, and he runs out of ammo, his Tech9 has 2 bullets.
Yeah.
Both his guns are empty.
Yeah, it's tough.
If he didn't have to reload there, for sure he takes a much more confident fight. Instead, Nikadaz is able to close that distance and close the hopes of 9Z's early 14th, but DGT's downstairs already, quick as can be, onto Decon.
Yeah, now of course, you know, everything is closed downstairs, but that's not the point of this lurk. It's to get FNATIC to get worried on the ramp. The flash moment. 3 dodges. Wow, that's so nice.
2, 3, easy for Crims. Just rock solid, statuesque inside the ramp room.
And where does DGT get his kill, however? He's looking for another fight as NQZ works into the ramp. Nikadaz has him locked off in this position. We'll see if he goes any farther. He doesn't really need to because he's just on the CT side, but NQZ comes out, bomb gets dropped. DGT alone.
If only. If only NQZ can slide into the cover. If only that second peek from Hell isn't as sharp as it is. And DGT, you may have the time, but he's about to get peeked and dealt with. Nikadaz finds that 9th for FNATIC. We always said the T side was the question. And right now, 9Z have had a couple chances, but FNATIC's closing that gap.
Yeah, I mean, both teams, like on their T sides, they brought some really good rounds to the table. Almost closed them out, but didn't. This flash dodge, so underrated from Crims. Does such a good job of getting back into vision just in time as they're coming through for being smoke blind.
Shredded.
Yeah, puts him down. Easy.
Doesn't break a sweat.
Having a much better day this time around.
Yesterday was rough.
It was.
That Mirage map versus Outsiders really kind of put a dent in Crims.
Yeah, that could kill your confidence if you weren't a legend.
And he was the one that, you know, prior to the stage of the event starting, doing interviews with you even, is just talking about, you know, what he's telling his teammates, how he's fueling them with confidence, the tips and tricks of how to succeed at majors. You know, Crims got all that in his repertoire.
Even if the crowd is against you, people don't know when he was on the best Swedish team in the game, their team was hated. There was so much beef between them and NIP, who were the most popular, and he was still able to close out tournaments, have big games, and perform despite not having fans in the audience.
So you'd think that's so valuable, but here's another quick one. Buddha looking to crack the whip into the A site. They'll flood out from Hut, but 2 dead already, and the others just can't quite come through. USP out from Roy gets weird. NQZ was given a chance there. Would have been a beautiful upgrade for a gun. Outside belongs to 9Z, but what can he really offer? There's a player up in heaven, and David's died in the meantime. So 9Z, I love the fact they just kind of go pedal to the metal, burst into that A site, but they don't have the tools for the job, nor the entries.
Yeah, any kills if they can find him at this point, but it's not going to be too easy. DGT readying his swing, and it's a good one.
Hang on now. NQZ spot. Oh, Messi with the drive-by.
Definitely just started clicking.
Just smokes him on the side of the doorway, and that's going to force NQZ's hand. If he thought maybe somebody would come back out, check out doors, he could shoot him in the feet, but instead through the chest, it's Nikadaz's op, and a 10th now for FNATIC.
Yeah, now they're starting to float, of course. Now it doesn't feel like any one round matters too much here for 9Z. They want a streak, and they are letting the money build up a little bit. I will say 9Z did a better job in their CT side of keeping their money extremely high.
Yes.
And I think that could matter. That could matter for sure. FNATIC don't have a big enough bank, then they're still always under threat. So the little bit of damage that 9Z are doing on these eco rounds, nearly winning one straight up by getting 4 kills, all of that could have a knock-on effect.
Only 8 rounds won by T-side so far in this map, 6 of them by way of pistol round and the conversions. That is all. The 2 anomalies for FNATIC across their half come in the last 3 rounds. So goddamn, is it ever close? Fasher gets even closer, just stuffs Buddha as they're trying to set up for what looks like another A hit. They are gonna press out towards Vent. They're kind of getting scrambled, double knife! Nikadaz! Oh, and the op shot! Just absolutely shreds them to pieces. Limbs sailing down through. This was the full buy they waited for.
Oh, that's the call out right
and
there.
They get nothing.
They waited so much time for any kind of vent drop to take place, and Nikadaz is sitting there with his knife in hand like it's a pug. That's brutal. And we were just talking about the bank. That's $3 grand right there made from those knives as well.
There it is. Up to 7.7K now. A nice little buffer for FNATIC. And not to mention a kick in the nuts. 9Z, you just got double knifed inside a vent by the Shredder.
Yeah. Wow. And now this game is uncomfortably close. Uncomfortably close. Not only that, but the full rifle idea is totally called out. A hut push comes in, and they shove right on the player who's readying his flash for the pop, which is a huge telegraph, and then the players come out of the vent. They can't kill Fasher. He's even able to escape, get around to Tetris, put some more damage in. And 9Z are trying to live in the animosity zone, trying to keep the pressure going at all times so that they can create chaos and confuse FNATIC. But FNATIC are also able to keep up in those moments. And their composure is what's really, I think, making the difference now. So 2-round game. It was a 5-10 half with a pistol to 9Z. We're seeing history repeat itself in the second half. Oh my God, after he sees him leave, he just pulls out his knife after.
Oh,
Jesus, to do that in this moment is insane.
Just stuffing him.
Fun Counter-Strike fact, of course, if you knife someone in the legs, they die instantly.
He's essentially the bathtub plug. Vent's
a less cool nickname than the Shredder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. We'll stick with the first one.
But funnier. Dawn can use that.
Fasher, ooh, saw that right before he got blinded. Fasher still able to recover. Mezzi's in the open. This one's so quick, but Roy slides through, and as fast as 9Z hit this A site, they all hit the ground. But NQZ, oh God, he's out here. He's wrapping around the silo. CT doesn't see him, so that one's the freebie. Bomb can be retrieved. The next fight's low HP, and that's if he chooses to go mini. This would be the most godlike clutch, and Crims is busy on the ladder. But now he's in position, and that's what's going to save him. Crims, oh God, what could have been another ladder kill.
Yeah, he went into a safer spot, but there was a timing, and N2Z was really working. He was thinking, how do I get a kill before I get this bomb down? It was definitely the right idea, but the timing didn't work to his favor.
7 rounds straight for FNATIC.
And that was that a full buy? Or they had a couple of guns, but it looks like they have a little bit too much money now, so maybe they didn't invest fully. I'm not sure if they spend all of it here. And we'll relive this Roy 3K spray down. 3 different targets, all very far apart. Actually beautiful by him.
Nice, man. Just a rotating turret.
Right in the middle of an age crisis. Still putting up numbers.
Nine-Z still enough, of course.
Yeah, that round is very different without all 3 of those frags from Roy.
Bomb could have gone down. Heaven player was exposed in the open. But it feels like throughout this half, it's going to be a lot of could have beens. FNATIC will take that because the lead has evaporated. Wall of smokes goes down, spray off the mark. That's the cross. Max, oh, he does get tagged. Down to a quarter HP. We've got Fasher already in position.
Max is always bloody. He lives in the scrappy zone, so I think he would happily take that damage on his shoulders if it doesn't mean his teammate has to go through it. But as a rifler, it will definitely limit his impact. Full-on lobby default as they chill, but FNATIC also chill. Nothing crazy coming out of them.
And he changed spots. Was decon now towards double. He's got 2 players here, and he is on his own.
Molly's going to come down to the stairs, so gives reaction means you can go up to Xantares and just chill for a second, but it'll call a CT down. This is a slight win for N9Z, but it's also very standard protocols here for the CT side.
Man, could they go back up vent and split that A site?
Yeah, it looks like that's actually the plan. Sitting in the lobby still with majority.
We've got movement on the FNATIC front. Mezzi's still locked in sight. Nade's looking for a target. It's negligible damage. Oh, but Roy, he catches them as they come up that ladder, so now they understand exactly what is up. Mezzi waiting for the fight, catches one back by Vent. There's no answer back yet from 9Z. Roy, supported by Crims. And Nikadaz, now he's the one that looks to come back up from Vent yet again. But he gets tagged, sent back down, bomb planted, and we need the retake from FNATIC or else 9Z's T-side finally breaks through.
Oh, this is not too bad here for 9Z.
To keep their lead, to hang on to their hopes. David's deep inside of the squeaky door. NQZ's gonna face from front sight. He catches Roy right away, and Crims has got the trade. Now the backside player doesn't budge. He's waiting for somebody to come in from heaven, but there's nobody there in fact. And we've got this lobby lurk. Oh, but a back turned, and David's deep position goes big. A double kill that sends Nikadaz away to the save. 9Z have found 14.
Wow, They do it, and it's actually so well thought through. There's no luck involved here. They got Fasher to rotate back into the site with the one stairs molly. That should be standard, but because he has to rotate in there, he has to ask for help as well from in the form of a ramp player. They decide to turn this into an upper hit. No one invent to stop them. And they combine and hit their entries, most importantly, in a very solid post plant. You can see they each kept one off guard. It was still losable because they were down in numbers. And that's why they reciprocates with the energy after the round win. They know they could have lost it. 9Z, they figured out a way into this game. It's late, but they still maintain the lead. That was to tie for FNATIC. But with the sheer amount of rounds that FNATIC have won, they still have money for everything that they need. And they themselves, if they're smart, they're not going to think too hard about what went wrong there.
Took FNATIC 9 rounds to break through 9Z's defense. Took 9Z only 7.
But there was nothing gimmicky about the call. So 9Z, if they can get secret control like that, they can organize into a split in that exact fashion, and they can trust their entries like they just did.
How sick.
Then they actually pulled together a sustainable round. It wasn't some random upper explode on Tech 9.
Dude, Nikodas could be the playmaker here. Or just the target of what is an onslaught from 9Z. 4 players, finds the first, and these angles are so good for an AWPer. There's 3 separate fallbacks. You take one every step of the way, and that pack of players from 9Z smothered. The first one comes for free.
Ooh, they're gonna run into him.
He's getting aggressive. Max posted, but Nikodas, and he's ready. He wants more. The bloodlust is real, but he knows better. He'll put fire on the floor and let Roy instead pick up the reins. Sure enough, finding Buddha on the cross, seeing the shadow of bodies as he taps away. It's the headshot to NQZ, and it's 13 FNATIC, right back to winning ways.
Yeah, they're still just right behind them. That's a very clean round. In immediate response to what they saw last time as the problem. Fasher spotting from the stairs. Yeah, that's tough when you have to fall back into the site. What if you have Nikodas in that spot and they try something similar? 9Z, they didn't copy and paste the same round, but the same starting idea in the default. Get secret control and do it with multiple players, but they weren't ready for an off.
Who's that in the middle?
God, that's fallen right in the middle of things.
The heart of Brazil.
Wow, let's go. You love to see that. Absolute legend of the game. There's no better person to be out here in the crowd right now, soaking up the energy. That's just beautiful.
I see a mask in his hand. How long's he been out there?
I don't know.
The grand reveal.
There it is.
But back to what really matters. Nikodas down in the secret, dude. Oh, Max had the advantage.
He kind of did. He kind of did.
Gets a couple shots in at
got a
least.
couple of shots. Yeah, it's hard to know if he could have seen his head, and it would have had to hit a really, really clean one. It's possible.
But look where it's left them, Launders.
Yeah, they're on to 3 Tech 9s. They didn't spend all their money here. Nope. They know that they can still defend against match point. So this could very easily go to round 30.
It's a curbed buy for a curbed enthusiasm. 9Z. That 1 round win probably felt so damn good, but the jolt of success comes to an abrupt end.
Really been able to rely on Crims to anchor inside the ramp, but they can feel that it's coming this direction anyways.
Off presence ready. Ooh. Max, nice Tech 9 kill. So fast, in fact, that it sends Nikodas downstairs. And that gun that gets picked up is replaced by DGT. This is control of the map and also some weapons.
And they know that the AWPer had to rotate down. He comes back up, Nikodas.
The balls on Nikodas.
The absolute audacity to make that re-aggression with the help of a smoke. He's got a teammate just behind him.
Yep, but loses Fasher. And this corner, oh, it's occupied and dealt with. Nikodas strikes gold as he comes back up from beneath. And DGT, my friend, what can you master?
He has to work, he has to think here. Of course, the bomb and turnpike with his position and known after getting 2 kills makes this a near impossible task. But with the amount of health left over,
now they know.
A little bit of utility. If he gets a jiggle off, maybe he gets an opportunity. He's got them split up at the moment. Nikodas out in the open, but he hits another shot. Nikodas, 4 kills on the round. The re-aggression back up the ramp at the start and the end of that play.
Heavy hitting op from Denmark. quiet maps across the stage, but a new look on ramp control, and one that doesn't shy away, at least not for just more than 3 seconds. Comes right back into the action, catches the tail end of 9Z as they tried to follow through. 30-round game for the last spot in the Legend stage. 9Z pushed to their limits, but at least now, back with a buy, and straight into success. Crim slaughtered.
They tried to do something aggressive with him for the first time here inside of the ramp and make him instantly regret it. He said, let me show you old FNATIC. And gets bodied by DGT, who came through in that clutch and gave it his best shot. 2 kills for him.
Nate's big Buddha. Tough spot with the 57 health. Nikodas has been everywhere. This guy is so incredibly mobile. And now he's got a little bit to offer as Buddha gets finished off. The repeat punished by David. What? They're feeding Nikodas. From the back of that vent, he offers up a doozy. And now it's going to be the next player just waiting. DGT so timid, and yet he comes in. Mezzi trades that back, and as the bomb hits the ground, Max hearts sinks. He needs to slide through, but it's being watched. And Mezzi, he tucks his back on vent. He waits, and it's a clean headshot from Max. Sees one up in heaven. Roy strikes, and it's FNATIC on 15 first.
That's it. They are so close to the podium.
Vamos, vamos, FNATIC, vamos.
Hard part. They know there's a little bit of money here for 9Z, but it's not going to be the best buy ever.
Por favor,
That was
man.
9Z's best chance, for sure. And Nikodas, he's been persistent, he's been pervasive, he's been accurate. He knows when to be passive, how to be aggressive. He's hitting shots like Shiro was hitting all Challenger stage, but doing it on a different roster.
Op dominance. Get back in fast, folks. This one's looking like A, and Fasher already kicks it off. 4v5 as they try to press in, looking to keep that hope. But Mezzi sits on top, and Fasher's not missing. Every single kill towards Squeaky. It's nothing but the hut push, and FNATIC, it's just the 1 kill left. They've done it. Legendary back in the legendary stage. The king of kings. Nikodas, the embers of the Copenhagen Flames return.
Nice.
And this team goes on. The final spot is theirs.
Final map. Fantastic work from FNATIC to make it to Legends and save not just Nikodas' pick'ems, but probably a lot of other people's pick'ems out there. Mezzi, let's start with this, mate. You run in the UK scene, you had the Cloud9 moment, you then go back to Endpoint, to then join FNATIC when so many people doubted you. You've just made Legends, mate.
I know, it's like a real roller coaster, even at this event as well, going 2-0 and now 2-2 and all on the line. I think had a tough run, but I think, yeah, it means a lot to all of us, and especially for me, first experience at a major and making it to the Legend stage is good.
And on top of that, right, you've brought FNATIC back to the major, which has been missing for these guys for a long time. You've got a mix of players, mixed team, you're still a young roster as well. Where would you say you're at
Esa es.
FNATIC team and how you guys want to play, how you want to build it together? Because there's still a lot of up and downs, but you're
cambia
damn
aquí.
good here.
I think this is obviously just the start for us.
5. Acertamos las 5, locos.
This event and previous tournaments we played much better, and we're only going to get better over time. I think we just need a lot of time to build on our map pool and our overall teamwork, but it's just a start for us, and we're really happy that we're going to keep achieving our goals one step at a time. It's really good for us and good for the confidence to keep pushing forward.
Now, I've also got to ask though, right, when it comes to playing this team, you can never let your foot off the gas, right? It looks so good on Mirage, you're miles ahead, then they start to fight back into it. Here on Nuke though, did you feel like when it went 14-30, when they finally got another T round, were you starting to worry or get nervous at all at that point? Because whew, it could have gone the other way.
I think on our CT side especially, we felt really confident, and once we started to get the first buy round in, we started to win more against their like really fast rounds. We felt the momentum going towards switching to us. I think on our T side, they did a really good job of shutting us down. Like, they played really aggressive and they really had a good game plan against us. So they did a good job. But on our CT side, I think we were always confident. We've done a lot of CT lockdowns against some of the best teams, so we were really confident once we got the momentum back.
It all starts fresh when you go to the legend stage now, though. Yeah, you're going to enjoy not having so much pressure, just starting up with all these other teams in there. Okay, more difficult teams, but at least you're not in that desperate situation from the very start.
I think for us, we had a good warm-up. I think we played a lot of top 15 teams at this event, so I think we've had a good warm-up, and the pressure's definitely off. We've achieved our goals, but we also want to go further. We're competitors. We want to be making playoffs. We want to be contenders at these events, and obviously we're still young as a team, but we can definitely push on and do really well at this event.
I look forward to seeing it. Mezzy, congratulations, man. Well done.
Pero qué increíble, Fnatic dando la volti, weón. Le volteó el partido. A 3 puntos 9Z de ganar, Fnatic le remontó. No. (16-14), perdón, 16-14.
It's just gonna take a single good burst. They talk about my one taps.
He's gonna miss quite a few pistol shots. Can he actually what a kill? That should not happen.
Not in this lifetime.
You can one-shot somebody with a fucking pistol! Why is that allowed? Why you bullying me? You fucking bitch. He's gonna fight. He's gonna fall down again. Why is this platform? Simple, are you serious? What is that? You can't do that, Simple.
And well, that's what happens when you go around the corner. Oh, another one! What is this?
Are those red balls only for the commercials, or can you actually drink them?
Ahorita sale la actualización de acá. Puta, grande Fnatic, weón. Se logró, gente. Furia, Beast, Fnatic, Virtus Pro y Cloud9 dentro. Veremos los 5. ¿Eso cuándo va a ser el sorteo?
Box up lamp, box up lamp. One more door. Even that.
I'm on hurt. One hurt. Dead hurt. More hurt. Hurt last.
Holding it low.
Nice! Let's go! But we did not see FNATIC in Antwerp, but ultimately they stay
Putz,
alive
ese
here in
grita,
Rio, and
claro.
that's a pretty big one, all
Claro,
things
sí.
considered. FNATIC can breathe a sigh of relief for what they've just done here over 9Z, and I welcome you back. We're going to tell you all about CT sides, because the T sides were simply just a little lacking, weren't they, Peacemaker?
Oh yeah, they were missing completely, right? But
Just gone.
yeah, it's just gone. But you know, I wasn't a big fan of the nuke pick to begin with, but I guess you know, a W is a W. They made it work.
Yeah,
towards the end.
they did. I mean, there were obviously some moments of brilliance there. There was a lot to grab onto. But in your perspective, right? What was the momentum shift here that really gave it back to FNATIC?
I think that there was a lot of highlights coming from Roy and Nikodos. I think Nikodos stepped up huge, especially towards the end of the game.
MVP Nico.
Comparing the
AP.
game from 9Z from
Definitivamente.
yesterday to this one, I did see some changes in the way they approached the game. You know, yesterday they're approaching ramp a lot against Big, haven't been successful. Towards the beginning of the game, I did feel like they're a little bit nervous, you know, kind of like anxious to try to finish the game fast. They're up like 13-6 or something like that. And then the first wraparound they did was something very fast towards outside. Got killed by Nikodas. Second wraparound, they go towards ramp, which is something they did last time, yesterday against Big, and then Crims was ready for them. And I think they kind of lost a little bit of the momentum in the match right there. And then afterwards, it was just, you know, Nikodas and Roy playing really well outside, getting peaks. Nikodas playing towards A as well, getting a lot of peaks close to the vents. So yeah, just props to them.
So Peacemaker, on the other side of the spectrum, we talk about, you know, there are, you know, losers. These things happen. It is a competition at the end of the day. So having been in those situations before when it's winning and losing, what would you say, you know, at this point for 9Z?
For 9Z, I think they, you know, they made it competitive against FNATIC. I think they had to win their map pick if coming into this, for sure. And obviously, they didn't put up like a good... I think the biggest thing for them coming forward is that they have to figure out their map pool, they have to improve their map pool a little bit, and they have to work on their T sides. That's mainly it. They have been showing us potential on the CT side, both on Mirage, on Nuke, and throughout the event, but you know, wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough. So
Avanza.
congratulations, obviously, tonight.
Lento.
Planta por acá.
Bien.
Último cat.
Está CT. Se fue CT.
Con 9 de vida. En cat.
10 aquí cada. Oye, se tiró CT.
1 de vida. Se me perdió en el humo, le dejé 88.
Agarra esa WP, agarra toda acá nomás. Nadie juega WP. Puta madre.
Le dejo ese feo de 30 balas de AK. Creo que bajó a cierta guerra.
Sí.
Te flasheo. No pierdes el AP.
Me cayó su hueva. Hay 2 CT ahorita. ¿Qué haces? Side. Ese es one way. Baita, no sabe,
promo?
tú no pases primero. ¿Quién pasa primero? Pasa amarillo, pasa. Ya, mató. Está mal tirar el humo CT. Puta, a la yara. No, pe. Todo de fondo. Uy.
Atrás tuya. No vayas otro lado que no sea, vente con.
Sí, voy a ir con ellos también. Voy a baitear todos. A ver, recompras. Ya.
Bandera, güey.
No, nadie compre. Tú tienes que morirte último, ¿ya? Sí, ven,
Medio para B, medio para B, medio para B. Tienes razón, sí, tienes razón, tienes razón. Tenemos arma corta, tienen arma corta
Todos los
ustedes.
que no tengan arma, vayan primero. El AK que se quede último para que haga el clutch.
Papi, medio para B.
Medio para B, para B, medio para B. Medio para B. Oye, tú. Bien. ¿Qué pasando? ¿Qué pasando?